So when I first started, I kind of did it like very formal. I
Okay.
did it very like
Professional, business-esque.
Yeah, you know what? I did it very by the book of an interviewer. I
Okay.
did it very, oh, so you're involved with XYZ, and and try to build a relationship off of that and speaking to somebody, which is fine. I mean, you do, but I've found that like the best conversations happen when you just chill and get to know one another naturally and organically.
It's fluid, bro. It's fluid.
That's it. So it's like, we're sitting, it's those Long Island nights. I know they have them everywhere, bro. I know they have them
Bro,
everywhere.
I live in Long Beach.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So it's like, you get those same glass table with everybody from the
100%.
area. You get to actually just bullshit and just talk about shit. You could talk about if you think aliens are real, you could talk about the bullshit that they're putting in our food, or if you think that the school system is really helping kids. Like,
bro, don't get me started on that one. I'm the 14-year teacher.
I need you to get into that one too. But it's just like I found that those conversations and those that style is really what helps people connect, because then they feel like they're sitting there right with us and they're going, oh shit. Like,
But that's what I love about your stuff. It never seems scripted. It's fluid. Like you or your guests are just like speaking from the heart, and that was super dope. Like when Mike connected us, I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Mike's my boy. We played soccer together in college.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. I know Mike a long time, and his shop is not far from where I live.
Okay.
So it's cool.
Yeah, you gotta support the homies from the
100%,
area. Listen, I
100%.
have a lot of people that hit me up and they say, "Hey, I'd love to come on the podcast. I'd love to come on the podcast."
Mm-hmm.
And I had a couple of friends recently go. They're like, "Oh well, is it annoying when people hit you up to do that?" I said, "Absolutely not. If the people are genuine,
For sure.
If they're not genuine,
For sure.
and they're really just coming on because they want to plug their business or shit like that." Then it's like, oh yeah, and I'll give them we'll get one in.
Nah, bro, I got a mission, man. Like like these kids is my life. Like I rationalize all the time. I rather work with children because it's easier to rationalize stupidity in a child than an adult. So it's just much easier to connect with a child. When you connect with a child, you get to do anything. A child's love language is play, bro, and attention. And once you figure that out, the rest is easy.
And they just want to be like little versions of you. They just
100%.
And they want to please. They want
100%.
They want you to be happy with them. No kid wants you to be angry that you.
Bro, I'm 36 years old and I still want to please my parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's and once you can manipulate that in a positive way, but it takes a responsible adult to do that.
Oh yeah. Well, not everybody should be in those types of, and these are people that have had children as well. They shouldn't be in that role model parent type of a position. Because
Sure.
I mean, kids start out just like dogs, man. They start out just like dogs. Clean slate.
Puppies,
Clean slate,
I
bro.
say all the time. I compare children to puppies. Like I shit you not.
Clean slate.
100%.
So like everybody starts with a clean slate. Everything is good, and then your sick, demented, twisted fucking ways have now made this kid neurotic, angry at everybody, this and that. Yo, you gotta show love. You gotta be firm. You gotta be assertive. You gotta let them know that certain things are not acceptable.
100%.
But at the same time, it's like positive reinforcement. You gotta bring that shit in.
Yo, bro, I preach that. My wife has, the biggest thing she's taught me is reflection. Because if you didn't reflect, I can't figure out what I did wrong. And if I don't know what I did wrong, I'm going to teach my children wrong. So like she's really taught me to stop and pause and analyze my behavior so that I can adjust it moving forward. And that whole concept, like it works, but kids need to see modeling and consistent modeling for it to actually go into effect. Just like this fitness shit, right? If a little kid sees mom working out, what's the little kid gonna want to do?
Work out.
100,000%.
That's why you see all the CrossFit athletes that have their kids, or the Men's Physique or Miss Olympia and all these different fitness competitors. They have children and they're still working out and they're still keeping a fitness
100%.
lifestyle. They're measuring their food. They're doing everything. And the kids are fit too. And they're working out early. So you look at them, they go, well, what happened? Oh, well, it's in the genetics. It's elite. No. That's taught.
Yes.
They're showing them that they have to put hard work in and do their thing. So it's
my favorite
pretty
part
crazy
about this fitness shit, and especially with these kids, and especially the special ed community, because I could talk about that for days. They're under.
I'd like 100%. I have to get into you as a whole prior to everything as well, but continue your point.
No, I'll pivot real quick. So I'm so dedicated to special needs community because I was identified as a special needs learner young. ADHD, dyslexia, grew up in an immigrant household. School was hard. My mom did the best she could, guided me, tutors. It wasn't looking good for me, bro. And I found that one teacher, and then here I am, master's degree, postmaster's degree, 14-year educator. It can be done.
And making an impact in the community now. Huge impact.
On every teaching interview I go to, I'm here to repay a debt. Period. Period, period, period. Because if I didn't have that one teacher, I wouldn't be where I'm at. And this community goes undervalued, and all they need is connection, bro. You don't know what they're dealing with at home. Single mom, drug addict, this, that, that. You're that connection. You're the best part of their day. Kids are people pleasers. What are they going to do? Come to school every day to please you so they get that positive reward. And that's what happened to me, and it changed my life. 100%. Odds were against me, you know, and I didn't even have a severe like autism or Downs. Like I had potential, but that one teacher showed me that the potential I had in myself. You know, you're reading every day and you're told you're not good at it, but nobody's taking the time to improve it.
Yeah.
Like if my peers are at a 6th grade reading level and I'm at a 1, that's a huge gap. It's easier just to push me along, which is what happens. And that's why kids are not prepared for the real world. But I had a true educator, Miss Landman, shout out, love her. She's definitely retired by now, but she changed my life. And I'm just trying to do that because every child has that potential. Whether it's working at a Target with a life coach, living independently, or running a $1 billion company. Like children have potential. And it's just that potential is individualized. Has to be. Not everybody's equal, yeah, and nor should everybody be equal. But once you realize, like, my aunt had cerebral palsy, and her full potential could have been living in an assisted home, but my grandmother didn't pursue that. But her full potential would have never been going to college, you know, getting a regular 9 to 5. And if you're realistic with that, they can acquire it. They can achieve it. Just a little bit of the support. And like whether it's fitness, education, that's what I'm trying to do. Teach children to believe into themselves, because once they believe into themselves, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
Dude, the stuff I've seen is crazy. Children accomplishing. My favorite part of teaching fitness or in the classroom is the light bulb. You see it. And once they, holy shit, I did that. New child. And like, we have a deficit in education. We don't have those qualities of teachers. Like the new teachers I see coming in are out of the field in 3 years.
Yeah, it's all bullshit, man.
It's corporate education. I say that about corporate medicine, corporate food. Like we're a cookie cutter agency approach, and we're doing injustice to our children. And we're never going to compete in a global economy unless we truly educate.
Oh no, we're fucked on the global scale. We're so
we
fucked
are.
on the global scale, man.
Yep.
And I don't think people really understand how fucked we are, because we are so far behind on so many areas, and the attention is just pushed into so many nonsensical ways and manners. And you know, it's crazy because so I go back to my schooling. I never enjoyed.
We all should, though.
I never enjoyed school.
Me
I really
neither.
didn't.
Hated it.
I didn't enjoy school. I went to private school when I was younger, and then I went to public school from. I want to say I went to public school from 2nd or 3rd grade on, and I just didn't love it. I didn't love the teaching environment. I never connected well, and I just wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, back then,
and every other.
yeah, I mean, but you know, some kids do love that type of teaching environment.
My wife loves school.
Yeah, so she loves that setup, and I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand the gold stars and all the bullshit. And then after college, I just reflecting back on what I spent $52,000 a year on. You know, my mom gets upset every time I'd say it, but I tell her if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't have went.
College isn't for everybody.
I would not have went if
not.
But at the same time, you have to think in perspective. So it's like, if I didn't go to college, and if I didn't go to that specific school, and if the chain of events that occurred in my life didn't happen the exact way, would I be sitting here today speaking to you? Probably not.
I don't know, bro, because we're brainwashed to go to college.
We are, but at the same time, it's like everything that has led me to this point in my life is due to the chain that I've already done.
Mm-hmm.
So like
your experiences.
Yeah. So the breakup that occurred, my mentality of I need to get crazy with fitness, and then competing a year later, and then being totally devastated that I rebounded horribly and I gained a ton of weight and I didn't know what the fuck to do. And then coming back down and doing another show, and then coming back up and working at Apple and all these things. All these things happen because of the route that I've been on.
Were you into sports as a kid?
Weird. It's like I like baseball. I played baseball, played travel ball.
Okay.
I also played tournament paintball.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Tournament paintball.
Paintball
And
for a little bit.
ironically, I used to watch UFC, and
Okay.
I went to Sarah's years ago.
Okay.
When he was fighting,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to just take a look at what classes look like and all this stuff, and I bitched out.
Okay.
I told everybody I took Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I literally did like
But you're doing it now.
2 classes. I am doing it now.
all that matters,
I'm
bro.
rolling, and guess what? I'm getting
that matters.
I'm getting the ear.
There's the badge of honor.
It started yesterday. It's all inflamed in here, and I hit up Dr. Buglino, who was on the podcast.
Okay.
He's a plastic surgeon.
Okay.
And he told me, he's like, yo, if you ever get it, you need to hit me up instantly because I have to drain it.
Drain it right away.
And otherwise it's going to be deformed. So I felt it yesterday. Oh, man.
What does it feel like, dude?
You know what? I can't even explain. All I can tell you is the last couple weeks, my ears have hurt. So like they've been sore.
Like the outer ear.
Inner.
Oh,
Like,
inner. Okay.
in here hurts. So like
Oh,
when
damn.
I go to lay down at night to like put my head on the pillow, if it's a certain way, it gets achy. I'm like, ugh. So I hate that. Now, the way that you get that is from damage to the cartilage.
Is that from all the rolling?
Yes and no. It's mainly from, because I looked it up. I wanted to make sure I didn't
sure.
get it.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
here we go. Fuck. It's mainly from like white belts pulling their head out of chokes.
Oh, okay.
Ripping and getting the cartilage stuck and
Because it's
breaking
not a
apart.
smooth-
Exactly. So I've been pretty good, and I even wear headgear in and out every now and then. So as the ears started hurting, I put my headgear on, and I was good. But then I take the headgear off because it's annoying. Sometimes the headgear chokes you more than the actual person. So anyway, so last night I'm rolling. I feel great. I'm rolling, and my boy Andy, I don't know if Andy listens to the podcast, but Andy's the homie. He's the man. So Andy, we start from our knees, and we're like trying to figure out what to do, and I'm seeing if he's gonna pull guard on me or whatever, this and that. And he grabs me and really quickly throws me into a guillotine and sits down. So as he grabs me though, I feel my ear press and crunch, and I just went, fuck. I said, that's gonna be something with my ear now. And literally, like, it didn't hurt, but I just felt it. And then after class, I started feeling it. And I'm like, oh, it's squishy. That's not good.
Dude, I'm such a little bitch with injuries. Like, I would definitely not have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I am so injured right now. It's insane.
bro,
Well, first off,
no.
I have an ingrown fingernail right there. That's horrible. That hurts like hell right now. But second, this insertion joint for my thumb, the second time, actually, no, I'm sorry. The first time I was rolling, all I had was grip strength. So I literally would grab somebody and hold them and pull them chest to chest with me as I pull them into my guard because I had no moves. I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I know what I'm doing, but I still really don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So this kid that I was rolling with, he kept grabbing my thumb and pulling it off as hard as he could to get me off of him. And every single time I was like, yo, iron thumb, I got this. And I would put my thumb right back and he'd rip it off. Ever since then, this joint
for sure.
I must have torn something. It is fucked, that joint. Then this finger got fucked
bro,
up.
I would never do this.
Dude, it looks like
I
the
would
elder.
never do this.
Look at my pinky. It looks like the elder wand from Harry Potter.
That's
Okay.
hysterical.
And then, you ready for this? I taped these 2 fingers together because they said if you have a finger, you stabilize it with the other finger. Great. Okay. So my hand was like this, not like this. It was like this.
There are no
Fingers
gang
together.
signs on the mat.
We were throwing each other. We were practicing like almost like a judo throw type of situation. My boy throws me. Totally fine. He was part of the plan.
Yeah.
I land like this, and the knuckle cracks. My middle. I'm like, yo, I can't catch a fucking break.
Bro, yesterday I was coaching and I was playing around with the kids and I rolled my ankle. It's all taped up right now, bro. Like, I'm going to play a D1 national game. I swear to God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and my oldest son.
Yeah, Scotch tape. He's like, fuck it, let me get this
100%.
thing going.
He coaches with me and he's like, bro, you went white. I felt a pit in my stomach. I almost threw up. I was like, am I really about to pass out in front of all these kids?
Oh, it's over.
Dude, over. All my like Coach Tony spiel out the window. I told John, I was like, can you like take over? I went to the side. I did like some box breathing. Like, yo, I legit thought I was gonna die. I'm 36.
Is it
like,
is it the mental thing for the injury, or is it just the pain?
the mental thing?
Oh, shit.
Because if I'm off my feet, I can't coach.
Well, that's the thing. It's
And
like,
then I have 4 children, and then my wife is gonna get pissed that I have to be on the couch.
Yeah.
For 4 weeks. So I was like, all that went through my mind. I was like, please.
yeah.
And I'm not like the religious dude. I was like, please just let it be a rolled ankle.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah,
Universe,
yeah,
God,
yeah.
anybody.
For
Anybody's
sure.
listening, aliens, whoever's
For
listening,
sure,
please
for
help
sure.
me. Please help me.
100%. And I
That's-
heard the crack too. I was just
Yep.
like,
That's how I feel, to be honest with you. Like when I've been doing all this fitness stuff, like today, now my back's shot. My lower back is shot. So it's like I'm doubling up, and
did you do any sort of recovery? Like
I go to the homie Scott.
okay,
that
cool,
dude
cool,
Scott,
cool.
and
like a physical therapist. Or
yeah.
a
So
breathing
they'll
coach.
work on me for an hour
Awesome,
and a half.
awesome.
They'll beat the
As
shit
you
out of
should.
me, stretch me
We
out.
have to undo all that we do, and working out in the gym is beating ourselves up. And I learned about recovery too late in life.
Yep.
And I'm trying to give my 16-year-old a better education because he's He's not a natural athlete. He's uncoordinated, but through hard work, he's gotten to where he's become. So if I give him that education on recovery, he's going to be a step ahead of every 16-year-old who's going to the gym, then going to practice, then going back to the gym, bro. It's crazy what these high school students are doing because it's real men. You know what I mean? Like recovery isn't taught as it should be. Like if you're teaching someone proper form of deadlifting, then you should teach them how to recover from that. Like, and it's just an education that I had to get as an adult. And I just started putting emphasis into like recovery work, and I feel great.
I'm my own worst enemy.
As we all are.
Because I'll give advice to people, and I'll give advice to everybody and say, if someone comes to me and talks to me about an injury that they have or something that they've sustained and just continue to train on and this and that, I go, no, you can't do that. You have to take off time. You have to recover. You have to go get work done. You have to do this. You have to do that. Then when I get injured, I don't take any of my own fucking advice, and then I'm hurt longer because I don't want to be off the mat.
Sure.
Right now, I feel dangerous. I feel
yes,
good.
Let's go.
I feel good. Like I'm not playing. The kid feels good. So I haven't felt like this in a long time.
Good, bro.
And I've never felt this side of me with like the jujitsu because I've never done it.
Yeah,
so it's like I feel. I can't even explain it. To be honest with you.
Bro.
Yes, I feel confident, but I feel just like send the apocalypse. I got this shit. Like I'll put it on my back. I got this shit. Like it's and it's a weird feeling because it's not like cockiness where I think I could beat people up or anything like that. It's just I just feel good, and I'm finally at a weight that I'm comfortable at. Like I'm finally getting to the point of I'm not killing myself diet wise. I'm working my ass off in the gym. But I'm able to do athletic shit, which like when I bodybuilt and I did all the bodybuilding prepping and training for that, I wasn't athletic, if that makes sense.
No, 100% it does.
Like I was, but
you
I
could
wasn't.
be a gym rat, but not an athlete.
I could deadlift. I could deadlift 500 pounds double overhand hook grip like this,
that's
overhook.
wild.
Like that's why my grips in jiu-jitsu are so good because I used to deadlift without wraps.
Yeah, wow.
And overhand because I was told that if you did over under, symmetry is off. So I was like, okay, so I'll just do double over. Yeah, so I just did it like that. But now. Like this morning when I went to OG, I started out cold. Like you start cold.
For sure.
The first station that I picked was the treadmill, and it was in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You had to run 1,100 meters.
Oh damn!
I did it in 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
That's
dope.
0.62 miles in 4.5 minutes. What? Like
that's dope.
That's crazy. It's all. Like I said, I've never felt this athletic before. So being able to do the assault bike and not get winded and crank out fucking.
But that's holistic fitness, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's
So
holistic fitness.
so Tyler and I, I don't know if you see my boy Tyler. He's on my stories a lot.
Yeah. I've
so
seen
Tyler and I, we for the listeners that know Tyler, we look at the training that we've done with our boy Tom, with Evan at OG, this athletic, functional fitness of kettlebells and just feeling like you're preparing for the end of the world. Like that's what it feels like. When you grab at Tom's gym, you grab a 250-pound sandbag and you throw it over your shoulder.
It's
you
different.
feel like David Goggins. You feel like you're lifting the boats up in the logs. You're like, oh shit, here we go. Like, let's get this fucking shit going. It's a very different training than, all right, we got 4 sets of 10 on the side raises with a kettle, with a dumbbell.
It's more aggressive, bro. And so at times we need workouts like that to release aggression that we keep inside during our day-to-day.
Yeah.
As you should. Throwing some fucking heavy sandbag sounds fun.
It's fun.
I'll go do it right now,
You should
bro.
come to Tom's.
100%. Let's go.
Come to Tom's. Tom's a sick bitch. Yo, Tom, if you're watching, you're a sick bitch. It's unreal. I put him on my story today. He's like scary. Like, really? This is Tom. That's 5 plates on a landmine.
That's a big man. A strong man.
Wait. He's in the middle of doing it. He's talking shit to the camera.
Love it.
He's a sick.
I love that.
He's a sick bastard.
That's swag. That's so swaggy. I love that.
Oh, it's John. I used to do a podcast with John. His deep ass voice. Panetti, I love you.
But he should have a deep ass voice.
Yeah, it was the voice and Rizzles. That was the first podcast. The voice and Rizzles. So anyway, Tyler and I have been talking, and we're just like, I have a membership at Bev's right now, and it's nothing against Bev's. It's the best gym on the East Coast, bar none, hands down. Like, no offense to other gyms. It's just that's the culture there. It's different.
Gym.
You go there and you feel like, yo, Dorian Yates touched these weights. Like,
oh, that's like
it's a real gym. Like Steve, the owner, he used to train with Dorian. Like he's the lead judge for all the IFBB shows. So you go to that gym and you feel oh, you
Hell
feel the
yeah,
energy.
it's the vibe, it's the culture.
But like I'm at a point now where I haven't gone there in 2.5 months, 3 months, because unless it's for a shoot,
Yeah.
I haven't gone there because I can't see myself going there to just bench press and go do the movements because I like this functional training that I've transitioned into.
Functional fitness.
It's great.
That's what I preach for youth fitness leagues. It's functional fitness. Functional fitness. It's what you're doing as an adult.
Yeah.
Now imagine we teach a child how to do it.
Yeah.
Especially a child who doesn't like sports or a child who doesn't want to be competitive. They have no options, bro. None. No options. Your options as a youth is go play soccer, go play football, go play lacrosse. Lacrosse is huge in Long Island. Go play all these other sports, but nobody's teaching fitness. Nobody's teaching fitness. Like, and that's what I want to do for my kids, give them that fitness foundation where they could pivot to any sport. Like, think about if you were growing up and you had a gym to go to as an 8-year-old where you're pushing a sled or you're climbing over boxes or you're doing you're mirroring CrossFit movements that you may be seeing your parents doing. Your confidence is going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know, maybe you as well, I root a lot of my self-confidence in my fitness. So that's always why I'm trying to kill like you were saying, those thoughts of don't be a bitch, take the day off. But now we know the day off is going to do us better than pushing to the gym. And it's all about teaching kids to counteract that voice. Because for me, self-worth is a lot in what I'm able to do physically. And maybe it's wrong to think that way, but a lot of my confidence is rooted in how I perform in the gym or how I perform I was a 2-sport collegiate athlete, so how I perform in a specific sport. And I don't know how to get out of that. I don't know how to get self-confidence elsewhere. And, maybe anybody knows, let me know. You know what I mean? And I think that's a lot to your point. That's why we don't take days off.
It's tough. It's tough to not take a day off. I wake up every morning for the last longer than that.
You're up early.
Yeah.
You're up super. I love it. I'm new to the morning crew. It's changed my life.
It's interesting because I talked to Marcello from No Good Burger, and he was on that grind for a long time, and then he fell off. And I've found that people are cyclical with it, which is okay.
I definitely am.
Which is okay. Who knows? I might not start my day at 4:45, 5 a.m. every single morning, but I'll tell you what, man, ever since I've been doing it, my eyes shoot open at 4:45.
It's a high, bro. The self-confidence of you're up when somebody else is sleeping. At least that's what it was for me. And getting to the gym, I felt great.
Yeah.
But days I didn't go, I allowed my perspective of you're a bitch, you didn't get up, you didn't recover.
Well, yeah, you listen to a lot of these motivational speakers and you listen to a lot of these YouTube gurus and these people on Instagram. And listen, it's cool to get jacked up and inspired by them. That's great.
For sure.
But you listen to them and they're just like, don't let the inner bitch win. And you just go,
sometimes it has to.
Sometimes it has to. I'll tell you what I do. Like the last couple of days, not the last couple of days, last week, I really was just feeling it. So with the double training, I mean, I'm tired. And
bro,
and
that's wild.
I'm only on 2,100, 2,000 calories a day. So it's like,
oh, damn.
Yeah, so I'm really putting my body through it. And I'm doing shit that I've never done before. I'm doing
hard things probably, right?
Really hard things. So it's so I have to almost...
and you're learning something new, right?
Yeah, but that's why I'm so intent on continuing.
Hell
because, if you don't roll 2-3 times a week...
Oh, you're going to lose it.
Yeah, you start to fade a little bit, and things are like last night. We were practicing escapes. If someone's mount on top of you, I hadn't done this type of escape in a couple, probably 2 weeks, so it wasn't fresh in my brain anymore. There's so many fucking moves I'm learning.
Rebuild those.
So it's like I forgot that you have to turn on your side, then with your right leg grab their left foot, bring it over, and then turn yourself out. Totally forgot. So like the kid, I'm guarding one of the kids, and he's doing it, and I go, oh, fuck, you got to turn sideways. No wonder I'm struggling over here.
Yeah.
And then I'm able to kind of do it. So my brain, I don't want to fucking take a day off.
Yeah.
So like I'm training every morning at OG. I feel good doing that. Hardest part of my day basically is over. My workout is done. I feel great. The last time I had an extended rest period was when I was in Germany in April.
How long?
I was there for 8 days.
You didn't train for 8 days? You got something in.
I was doing 15,000 steps a day.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was at the expo.
Yeah, okay. So you were moving.
Yeah, I was moving. I wasn't sitting around.
So like an active recovery period.
Yeah, but training weights and doing things, it was about 8 days. And then I came home.
How'd you feel after?
I felt good. I feel like there's an adjustment period when I take that long of a rest. So a couple days I don't feel
How was it mentally?
It's challenging because you feel like everything you're eating, you're not going to burn it off, but that's not how it works. So it's like you have to remind yourself the science of things.
Is it crazy we could preach to somebody, but then we don't take our own advice?
That's
It's fucking wild.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
That's
on the
what I
regular,
fucking do.
on
It's
the
crazy,
regular.
and I'm trying to get better at it, but it seems to always be a challenge for me. So for now, it's been again like the only rest day I've taken in the last month. Yeah, was probably. Did I do anything this Sunday? No, this past Sunday. I didn't do anything. I didn't
That's
do
it.
jujitsu. I didn't weight train.
Good,
I didn't do
good.
anything. I felt good. I felt good. I find that my body. So like I'm not veiny by trade, but I'm getting lean now, so my
Yeah,
veins
yeah.
are just automatically showing.
Popping.
But if I don't take rest or I underhydrate myself, I get flat, no veins at all, even though I'm lean.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm like, oh, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need to rest because my cortisol levels are up, and I'm feeling like I need to actually chill because I'll wake up in the morning.
Warnings are the worst part for me.
Achy,
Yeah.
dude. I wake up, I'm like, oh, fuck. But, anywho.
But experience is teaching you to learn to read your body.
Yes.
Like, it acts as your 20-year-old self. Would they know to recognize those traits in their physical appearance?
Depends. 20-year-old me was fat. Depends on who you're talking to. 20-year-old me was
Okay.
fat, so.
I hear that answers the question. Then.
That
answers the question.
20-year-old me was, 16-year-old me was 270.
Okay.
16-year-old me was 270. 19-year-old me was 18 and 19-year-old me was 180, 185.
So what was the shift? What made you say,
They told me I'd take an insulin pump for the rest of my life.
let's go?
I was like,
and that
"Oh,
motivated you?
Okay, I'm good on that. I don't like needles. So I decided I wasn't going to do it. And I dropped from 270 to 190 in one summer.
How?
I was in summer school. And
Okay.
I was in gym summer school.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they made us walk the track every single day.
So you took
And
it like serious.
I had double gym because I just didn't go to gym for like a whole semester. So like I'd go outside and play handball instead.
Yeah.
So they made us take double. So I'd be out there for 4 hours walking the track.
And you really like went into it walking.
Dude, just 90-degree
Good.
heat,
Awesome.
sweating my ass
Awesome.
off. And then I was playing a lot of handball.
Okay,
and
good.
then I started doing a keto diet before it was actually keto.
Okay.
I would go to the deli for lunch and I would get turkey and Swiss cheese.
Okay.
And I'd just do roll-ups, no
Awesome.
bread.
Awesome.
And I just dropped the weight. And then over the course of a few years, I went back up to 240. I said, no shot, I'm not doing this again. And I dropped from 240 to 150 in 1 year for my show.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
Dude,
did.
that's really dope.
Yeah, so
That's really dope.
I've had
Peaks and valleys.
I've had the peaks and valleys my entire life, and then this past year, March, I was what was I? I was almost 230. I was 228,
Okay.
230, and now I'm 194, 195.
And you feel like this is a happy weight for you? Like
I'd like to get down 10 more pounds.
Okay. Okay.
I like to
Dude,
get-
you look good, bro. No homo.
Thank you.
But
I
like, you look good. You look good.
I appreciate it. You know what? When I look at the camera and I see a little separation, I feel good, but I want to get a little leaner.
I hear you.
I want to get a little leaner. I
Okay.
want to get it because I want to be faster, just in case I want to compete in jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
So I've been thinking
Like
about,
agility stuff or like speed training
well, I just want to be faster in general.
in general? Like,
Yeah.
on,
Like I want
like
to be
on foot.
No, just like with jiu-jitsu. So
Oh,
I wanna
okay,
be,
okay.
I'm fast already.
Okay.
Like when I can bridge a dude up and I can slide out and kind of
Okay.
go, and I'm sitting here like I act like I know what I'm fucking talking about. I have no idea what I'm talking about. No idea. I don't even have a stripe yet. I tell all the people that like I've tapped a few blue
Oh, man,
belts.
you're like a jiu-jitsu master.
Yeah, I've tapped a few blue belts, and everyone's like, "Oh, Nick, tapping blue belts." I'm like, "Yo, I don't even have a stripe yet." I said, "Nobody give me a stripe because the second y'all start promoting me, you're going to expect more of me, and I don't need answers right now."
Let them hold you accountable.
Yeah. I don't know. I may want to do a tournament. It depends because dudes go too hard and they go
Oh,
too crazy.
That's exactly
And
why I wouldn't do it.
And I don't need a dude ripping my fucking arm in half at a tournament because he wants a plastic trophy. I won't.
Dude, that's why I stopped playing soccer.
I won't tolerate
Stop.
it. Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Stop. I'm like, I'm not in school for this. I'm not getting money from this. I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna get slide tackled in the kneecap and then have to call out of work.
Yeah, no,
Like,
fuck
come
that.
on,
Fuck
bro.
that. Fuck that. That's not my moneymaker. It's not anything like that.
No.
By the way, you see how you're talking on the side of the mic? See, I told you it happens to
damn.
everybody. No, you're
Damn,
good.
I
You're good.
drifted.
No, you're good.
Nah,
you're
that's
good.
all I'm gonna think about now.
No, I bust everybody's chops. So actually, I do want to get into like rewinding a little bit. So,
Definitely.
what was it like growing up and being told that you weren't 100%? I guess for Scholastic. So you said you were diagnosed.
Yeah, yo, dude. So like, it's wild because I
don't even want to say 100%. Like I want to backtrack that and
Sure,
say it
for sure.
properly. Like it's when you get told that you have a learning disability. That's tough.
Especially if I didn't know any better. I was 6. I don't know why they even told me, to be honest.
They told you directly?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Or yeah, they're like, yeah, you're special. I'm like, what?
Oh, man.
Like, yeah. And like,
Thanks.
I feel like you could have waited a little bit because at 6, I was like, damn, I already immediately thought I was different.
Well, it gives you that self-doubt instantly.
And then when my peers are learning to read at triple my rate, I'm like, fuck, man, they're right. They're right. And like school, my self-confidence went down. And then what happens? I have ADHD. My behavior goes up. I'm a nightmare. And it's like, I just feel like that could have waited a little bit or let me struggle a little bit and not know why. You know what I mean? But it was rough. I hated school. Hated it. Like every day I would cry to my mom. I hated it. Learning wasn't fun. It was hard. I didn't get it. And it's like, think about people who go to a job every day and hate it. Right? That's me until fucking 12th grade, bro.
Yeah, it's tough.
12th grade. And it's just like I had to show up to a place that made me feel like shit every fucking day. And I give off the characteristics. I'm loud. I'm flamboyant. Like, oh, you must think he's confident. Nah, bro. Like, my insecurities are deep, you know? And not even my wife knows how insecure I am. Because what man wants to show that they're insecure? And I feel like it all started in school. It just always made me question myself. Always. Until, I found a teacher who held me accountable, would take me in during lunch, after school, play these like elementary flashcard games. Like I'm in 7th grade. I'm supposed to be reading chapter books. We out here learning like letter and sounds and phonics. And she's just doing it like, I guess, because I don't know. I don't know why she did it, but she did it. I'm thankful she did it. And I'm here now because then she educated my mom. And my mom was able to help me, brought me in a tutor. And once these building blocks were in place, I entered high school on like a 3rd grade reading level. I'm just being passed along at this point, you know what I mean? I graduated in 12th grade on a 10th grade. That's fucking huge, bro. That's fucking huge. And I went to college. But I had all my services. But fuck that. I did it. And then went back to do it again. And then I just finished an educational leadership postmaster's degree. At this point, school, whenever I do school, it's like, fuck you. I hate it. But now I go to do it to prove to myself I could do it. And that's why, like, my wife's like, why do you have all these degrees that you do nothing with? I'm like, I know, I do absolutely nothing with them. Like, they're just chilling. Like, and I spent all of our money on them. But it's, again, source of confidence. Fuck you. You told me I couldn't do it. Somebody believed in me, taught me to believe into myself. And now I'm going to keep doing it until I can't do it anymore. Just because you said I couldn't. And I sit here and bitch and say it was hard, but that chip on my shoulder has always served me. Always. And it's always made me want to give back to kids like me.
Would you say that those degrees, as you get them and as you stack them up, would you say that that's like a portal back to the feeling of
1000%.
being told and then the teacher sitting down and
100%.
taking the time to actually help you?
100%. That and a lot of fucking therapy, bro. Like to realize that. And I don't even have them hanging up. I don't want nobody to know but me. I went to no graduations either. I did it for me. Fuck you. I did it for me.
The graduations are a dick stroking contest
anyway. I went to
That's
one
all
for
they
my
are.
mother. And the minute I got off stage, I gave her my diploma and the rose and said, you could keep this. This is yours.
Yeah.
And I never went to another one again. But like, I don't even display it. Like
Yeah.
it's for me. It's like a personal conquest, I guess. You know, and that's why I'm really big with this. Now that I'm in a place where I can help kids, you know, not only in the classroom, but in fitness, I really want to reach the special ed community, man. They're undervalued. Not only are they not learning life skills because our education system is broke, they're not learning how to be fit. At one point or another, their caretaker is not going to be here. That's fact. What's going to happen to them if they don't have a family member?
It's so scary, man. I think about that a lot when I see somebody with special needs. Like my father has multiple sclerosis, so he's in a wheelchair and he has nurses and aides that come through his house all day. But then I believe he's by himself from like 8 p.m. till 7 a.m. or something like that. There's a gap that they set him up in his bed and he's good by himself.
But it's still a gap.
But I think about the special needs children that really can't fend for themselves to a lot of degrees. And what's going to happen when all their family members, their parents who have been working effortlessly and tirelessly to make sure that their baby that they promised to protect and keep safe and they would give everything to, that they'll be good through their entire life, but they pass away. What's going to happen? I've thought about that so many times. And it's a very sad and depressing thought. It really is.
Dude, I read a book when I was in school for some bullshit degree.
He's got a therapy degree too. He's a psychologist.
That I only really did for me, not the education.
He's a geologist. He's an astronomer. He's everything. He's like, oh shit, that's right. I do know stars.
But it said the only way to fix our current education system is to destroy it and rebuild it. And we're never going to do that. Because in order to do that, we have to admit we're wrong. We're wrong. Education, Rockefeller used to donate millions, $200 million to education back in his time. That's an astronomical amount. And when he was asked why are you donating to education? And he said, I want a country of assembly line workers, not critical thinkers. And we've never changed that approach, bro. Our biggest fail as an education system is we say holistic education. Suck my dick. No, we don't. We just teach you to take tests. We don't teach you emotional intelligence. And I've always worked in low income areas. That's by choice. I've been offered jobs in North Shore. No, they don't need me. I'm working in low income. And we're not teaching social or emotional intelligence. If we teach kids how to control their anxiety, or at least get it to a place where they know to ask for help, that's huge. That's huge. Vocalizing, hey, I don't feel good. My heart's racing. Okay, let's do some box breathing. If that doesn't work, we'll take you to the nurse. She'll do your blood pressure, make you, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the point where we're at. Like, our education system is so broke. Like, Dr. Phil, you know Dr. Phil? He just released an article. And in that article, he shed light on the educational economy or systems around the world, how they reacted post-COVID. Europe, China, sorry, Europe's not a country. I got you. I'm not really a teacher, but you know what I mean? Yeah. So like they've all decided to double down. Let's make our curriculum harder because we have to address the learning gap. Yes, it's going to be harder for the next 5 years, but it will level out. You know what the United States did?
We're probably teaching them how to lick doorknobs.
We fucking made it easier.
Of course we did. Of course
we made it easier. And this is why I preach to my wife about why we have to hold our children accountable, because I'm a teacher. I know they're not getting it in the classroom.
Nope.
I know they're not getting it. And we live in Long Beach, which is a beautiful community, and I love the school district. Teachers are great. Most of them live there. You're not, but the system as a whole is not holding children accountable. Do you know we don't do homework anymore?
Really?
It's too stressful. Right, bro?
Wait until the IRS fucking audits you. That's stress.
It's too stressful.
Not having homework.
Get out of here, bro. Yeah. Get out of here. I remember coming home like, this fucking bitch gave me this, and I got an essay due tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nah, it's like light now. It's light.
That's crazy.
We don't want to stress them out.
Yeah, we don't want to stress them out, yeah.
Yo, bro, I'm sorry, life is stressful, dude.
Yeah, you got to get used to it, dude.
Yeah, do hard things, and you can see that you can do hard things, and consistently do hard things, you'll realize you're strong enough to do whatever it is you want to do, yeah. Period. Nobody has made a success of themselves with an easy path. It's impossible. It's impossible. Like, this fitness shit for me, the biggest part of it is I get confidence in doing shit I didn't think I can do. And then once I do it, I can then preach it to the kids that are looking at me for fitness. Like, so a lot of it is I put the pressure on, I got to do it, so I got to go through it so I can teach them how to do it. And like, ever since I started thinking about that, I'm more inclined to do hard things. Like my son is 16-year-old. He's my training partner. Like my best friend, he wakes me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. My man is dedicated. And like that simple fact is like, fuck, I can't let him down. Like I told him this is the lifestyle. Now it's like, practice what I preach, motherfucker.
Yep.
And like this morning, I didn't want to get up because I hurt my ankle and I knew today was a squat day. So I had to send them texts. Got to skip today. I got no response. I was like, fuck. And we worked together. I'm like a kid going to his dad who's going to get in trouble. And when I walk into work, he's like, didn't see you this morning. And now I'm going to be there tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, it's like teaching it and preaching it. And it's like he's learning how to believe in himself. Like I see a huge transformation in him. And like now it's contagious between us. Like we did a really hard cardio workout the other day. I ran the New York City Marathon. I'm a big track and field guy. My son, his sport of choice is track and field. He's a mid-distance runner. So we do a lot of like high cardio stuff. And one of our runs is a jetty run. So we go on the beach. We start all the way at the end where we live on the East End on Neptune Avenue. And we sprint every jetty until we get to the end. Our only recovery time is looping around the jetty. Is looping around. Sometimes we walk, sometimes we jog, sometimes we do two if we're feeling it. And it's like sometimes when I know he's hurting, I'm like, Johnny, this is a 3 jetty run. And he's like, motherfucker. But then he hits me back when he sees me hurting. So it's like now I'm training with a 16-year-old, and in my head, I'm like, I'm 36. I have no business being here.
It's a push-pull. It's
It
nice.
is.
It's nice.
And you know what? After this, I'm going to fucking go home and tell him this because I don't think I've ever really told him how much he pushes me in the gym. And I don't know if I would be where I'm at as like this Coach Tony if it wasn't for him. Everything I do and people pay me to do is he was my first customer. I piloted on him. Like we met each other when he was 6. He's biologically not my child. I just adopted him. So we made it official. Like in every sense of the word, I'm his dad. And
Facts.
he's my son. Period.
Facts.
Period.
I have some friends that have stepfathers that are their real dads.
100%.
That have taken full ownership and adoption papers, everything. Like, you're my child.
100%.
Like,
And he did me the honor of like saying, you're going to adopt me. I'm going to change my last name, which was just like, bro, you know what I mean? Like instantly tears, you know, like I'm this tattooed guy like, crying like a little bitch, you know, but like it going to that point, I never really vocalized to him what a source of motivation he is to me. I'm too busy preaching to him and trying to lead by example. I should let him know, like, bro, you are the reason why I'm up a lot of the time. I just don't want to hear your mouth, you know? And it's like, when I don't get up, he should run his mouth because I'm running my mouth.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, I'm gonna definitely call him on the way home for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
One of the motivational guys that I like, Bedros Koulian, who I post a couple times
Okay.
here and there on my stories, and you know, everybody that's listening to the podcast, you know, I love Bedros. He's fucking dope. But he trains with his son every single night.
Awesome.
Every single night. He trains in the
Awesome.
morning by himself, and then at night, every night he trains with his kid. And he's like, I empty the gas tank.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm able to sleep, and he got his fitness in for the day, and everything's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that Bedros does that's amazing is he does gratitude texts.
That's awesome.
So he'll
love that.
Yeah, he'll send out gratitude texts every single morning. He'll send out, I think he sends out 3. He'll send out 3 gratitude texts to people that mean something to him, that are doing amazing
It's a reminder.
in life, and just say, hey, I appreciate what you do every
love
single
that.
day. So that could be your
100%.
that could be your gratitude text
Yeah,
right there.
that's really dope. That's really dope.
Yeah,
That is
it's
really
a good
cool.
feeling. I mean, people love
100%.
to hear that they're making an impact on you. And once again, we
I
go
sleep
back to
on
like,
that. I sleep on that
go
for
back
no
to
reason.
we go back to like the positivity, and just like it's not just positivity to feed someone's ego and gas them up for no reason. Like, they're actually doing things that make an impact on you. That shit of love. Like, I tell my mom all the time, I go, Mom, you know, you help me the fuck out with everything. You help me out with the dog. You
Yeah,
help me out
yeah.
with life, business, everything like that. Any question I have for Mom, she's there for me. That's not the relationship a lot of people have with their mothers.
No,
I'm
it's
very
not.
fortunate
It's
that
not.
I
You are.
have that with her.
You are.
So you got to show the love, you got to show the appreciation, especially because like we're all not going to be here one day, and so you have to remind them when someone especially that's younger than you, like whenever they're doing something that impacts you, let them know, because then when you're gone one day, they're going to remember that shit, and they're going to say, God damn, I fucking miss Dad, or I miss Mom, or whatever. They showed me love constantly. They built me up, and there's good memories. Got my
Yeah.
grandfather with me every day. I got my grandfather with me every day. He was a jeweler.
It's awesome.
He loved Eagles every day.
Super cool.
And guess what? Every day I pass where his ashes are in Wellwood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in right by Republic Airport.
Okay.
His ashes are in a mausoleum type thing inside of this big building. And every day in the morning when I go past OG, just little Hail Mary right there.
Yeah.
Put my hand out and just say, miss
Awesome.
your grandpa.
Awesome.
Grandpa had a lot of great lessons for me. He was funny, always had a smile on, even if life was fucking
Yeah.
miserable, always laughing, always cheerful. And that's what I remember. So like stuff like that, you got to let people know.
And how often, like, it takes 30 seconds to send a text, right? And
30
like,
seconds.
Like, why wouldn't I want to make my wife feel better, or my son feel like, if that text is gonna make their day, why wouldn't I send it?
I'm gonna put my group on blast. Me, Tyler, and Gabe. So Tyler's gonna definitely listen. Gabe probably won't listen because he's a dick. But
Poor Gabe.
Yeah, nah, fuck Gabe. We were talking this morning, and let's see. Tyler just said, daily reminder, I love you both, and I don't know where I'd be in life without you guys. And I said back to Tyler, I said, daily reminder, we love you too. And we've all helped one another out over these challenging years, so we're lucky to have one
Awesome.
another.
Awesome.
Not just you for us.
For sure.
We're all lucky to have each other.
Symbiotic relationship.
We get to bounce ideas off each other. When we're having girl problems, we get to bounce that off of each other. We get to like
Build
a
your own
group.
family.
You know, I've had a lot of friends transition in and out of my life over the years. We all do. That's part of life.
For sure.
Sometimes you don't align with old friends that you started with. Sometimes new friends come in your life to suit different parts of your life and your journey. And over the last couple of years, I mean, me, Tyler, Gabe, I've been friends with and close with since high school, but we've all been super duper close since COVID, especially just because we were all hanging out together.
Yeah,
so
for
like
sure,
it makes
for
a
sure.
difference now that we're on the other end of it, where we didn't think life was ever going to be the same, and now we're all just trying to build each other up and keep it going.
Are they like fit dudes as well?
They try to be.
Okay, that's all that matters. But that's all that matters.
No,
That's all that matters.
Tyler trains like a fucking animal.
Awesome,
He's been dropping really good weight.
Awesome.
Gabe is like on and off fitness guy. So
Okay.
he'll
Cyclical.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did a show years and years ago when I did a show because he wanted to. Did it, looked great. Then he just kind of was like up and down, and now he's trying to come back down again.
Okay.
So he's doing his thing.
That's all that matters,
It's
bro.
it's tough, man. It's fucking tough.
Life gets in the way, bro.
Life is hard, man. I tell people this all the time.
Yes.
Life is fucking hard. So you gotta, and it's funny that you thinking of life is hard and you have to treat people with respect because everyone goes through different things and different experiences. I play Magic the Gathering. I love Magic the Gathering.
Is that like
It's a card game.
Okay.
It's like a Pokemon, but not like a Pokemon.
Got you.
Like little monsters.
I got the premise.
Yeah, there's like actual areas and
Like a Dungeon and
characters,
Dragons type of deal.
Sort of. Like they come
Okay.
out with different sets, so they just did a collab.
Oh, that's cool.
They just did a collab with Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's dope.
So I love playing Magic the Gathering because it takes a lot of brain power, and you wind up sitting there and like going, "Oh shit! Like if I attack
Scenarios.
this, he's gonna come here." And it's almost like a game of Stratego.
Chess.
Yeah, chess, Stratego. So, I go to different card shops.
Okay.
But Magic really does attract a lot of the autistic community, and it
Oh,
attracts a lot of
really?
the special needs community because a lot of the kids haven't really been taught how to have the interpersonal communication skills, and they're
for sure.
they're not a lot of them aren't really confident enough to like look you in the
course.
eye and talk and whatnot. So I was with my two cousins, their friend, and this other guy that works at the game shop by us. We were in this spot in Dix Hills. So I sit down, and this kid who you can tell he's not all there, and he's a little socially awkward.
For sure.
He comes over and he's trying to talk to me. Okay, I'll converse with you.
Awesome.
I'll converse with you.
Awesome.
Like what's that? What's it gonna do to me?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
It doesn't do anything.
And think about how many people walked away.
Yes. How many people walked away? How many people ignored him? How many people just make fun of him? Which is the point I'm getting to. So he's talking to me, and one of the guys that we're with, I said, "Yo, side talk from." He's asking me questions, and I went to one of the guys I'm with. I said, "Yo, dude," I said, "Where are you from?" I said, "You from around here or from the card shop in Huntington?" He goes, "Oh, I'm from Comac." I said, "Oh shit, okay." And the kid goes like just saying by himself. He goes, "Oh, I'm from Bethpage," and he goes, "Not that you care." And I go, "No, man, that's awesome."
Yeah, for sure.
I said, "I'm from Plainview." You know,
Awesome, awesome.
And you saw he smiled instantly.
Because you brought him into a conversation.
He
He
acknowledged.
Yes, I love it.
So
love it.
So he's talking a little bit here and there, and I'm focusing on what I'm doing. And I just said, "Yo, I'll hit you up in a few, man," because he was walking away. I said, "We'll talk in a little bit, man." I said, "I'm about to get ready. We're gonna play a game here." And he goes, "Okay, cool." Walks away, and then my cousin's friend goes, "It's not the kind of kid. It's not the kind of kid you'd want to leave, by himself with your dog." And I just went, Here's the deal, man. I said, "You're young." He's like 20 years old. I said, "You're young." I said, "Let me."
Okay.
I said, "Let me just."
Kid. So it's still a kid.
I said, "Let me clue you in on life."
I
I said,
it.
what I've learned
Love it.
being almost 32 years old is that if I was to have a child that wasn't all there and didn't have those social skills like I do, because I was born with the gift of gab and being able to sell and look people in the eye and this and that and talk, I said, I would hope that when he goes to play or do things that he enjoys, that the people there would give him the same respect that I would my own son in my own home. I was like, they wouldn't make fun of him.
But that's a
and shit
hard
like
ask
that.
of the world, bro.
I know. And
It's
I just
a hard
and
ask
he,
of the world.
And he goes, "Oh, well, like I wasn't like," he's like, "Oh, my mom teaches special ed." I go,
He's trying to rationalize his stupid comment.
I said, whatever you want to convince yourself that you were just fucking around and trying to get a laugh, whatever it is. I said, let me just be totally clear. You just have to treat people with respect. Unless they give you a reason not to, I treat everybody with respect. And if I don't get that in return, that's a different story. Get the fuck away from me. I don't want to speak to you. We're
100%.
good. But like, if it's just some nerdy kid at a fucking game store and he just wants to talk, what is the harm in just
that
communicating a little bit?
Is his only socialization, bro. It's his only chance to leave his overbearing mother who's so worried about him being in the world alone that he's out and about. The fact that I guarantee you, he's never going to forget you.
I hope, dude. I hope I make like an impact. I'll tell you what, man. I'm not
everybody's
the
like
most
that.
athletic person in any place. When I go to these game stores, I'm the most athletic person. I look around, I'm like, God damn, this feels kind of good. I'm usually around Mr. Olympia and all this
That's
shit.
awesome.
This feels good.
That's hysterical.
So like, I don't know, maybe I'm like the jock in the group, and I'm looking,
Yes.
I'm like, yo, come play with us,
you
man.
ride that wave, bro. You ride that wave.
I love it, man.
As you should.
It's fun. Listen, does it get awkward sometimes when someone doesn't really know how to talk back to you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it gets awkward, but I mean, what?
But then it's up to you to kill the awkwardness.
Yeah, and you go right back to, all right, let's play a game. Let's get
Yeah,
this going.
man.
Let's get this going.
Yeah.
We're playing a game of mythical creatures. Fucking who cares, bro? I'm a 32-year-old man. There's this little
That's
kid.
amazing.
There's this little, and then I want to get back to you. There's this little kid at our, he's not little, he's in high school. Super nerd. Like, we're talking, oh my God. I call him Young Sheldon. He's like super nerdy. I love him. He's great. But every time I see him at the shop on a Friday night, like this is what I'm doing. 32 years old. This is why I don't have a girl. I'm fucking at the card shop.
You're gonna meet her at the card shop.
Oh my God. So like I'll see him and I'll put my hands on him, like on his shoulders. I'll be like, what's up, baby? And he'll be like, hello. Like, hello. I'm like, yo, we getting a game in today? Like, come on. He's like, okay, sure. Like,
his anxiety's through the roof.
but then we hang out, we play,
yeah.
and it's cool, man. So it's
That's
like,
cool.
I just want to show that everybody's cool. Like we're all
sure.
hanging out, we're
For
all
sure.
playing, we're all having a good time, smiles. Like,
Bro, it's selfishly, you know how much I derive, again, a lot of confidence from making an impact. Like, they don't know they're helping me more. Like, and it's symbiotic. So I'm helping them so that I know that I can help them, which then makes me feel good. And then it's, you know, like, especially if they're making gains, then I'm going to keep helping them more. Or they're seeking me out. They're coming to me during lunch, or they're coming to me after school. Like, I had a chick in my middle school, and she joined my cross country team, not an athlete. COVID took an impact on her. She wanted to lose weight. She was about it. She was coming to me during lunch, running her meal plans with me. She was like staying away. Dude, she dropped like 30 pounds.
it's amazing.
30 pounds. And now she's a track runner in high school.
Yeah.
And she's by no means the definition of a track runner, but she out here.
Yeah.
She out here. And that's what most coaches don't understand. Like, you think that varsity coach at the high school is going to pay her any time of day? No. But she ain't never going to forget me.
Yep.
And I'm not, not to be cocky, but like, I rather help that sort of athlete at this stage of my life. There's one stage of my life where I only wanted to work with top tier athletes. But now I want nothing to do with top tier athlete.
No.
You want to go to D1 school? I'm not the coach for you. Like, I'm in it for different reasons. Like, I'll coach my son's varsity track team. That's it. That's my only exposure to high school athletes, unless they want to come visit me at the gym, and I don't take payment from them. So if they help me out with the little kids, or they help me out with a one-on-one session with a special need kid, I'll pay them with a one-on-one session after. Like, I want them to learn to give back too. You want my help? Help me then. Help me. Come help me help these kids. And half the time they're laughing and smiling. It's like it's building the culture around fitness that just doesn't exist. It's sports. And I'm struggling to find other sectors of that because I want to connect my kids with other kids. And I see a lot of these like pop-up CrossFit gyms, or these gyms doing like kiddie programs, but that's all they are. It's not for kids. Like, this is just another avenue of revenue stream for you. This is all I'll ever do. This isn't my bread and butter. Like, I got my teaching gig. This is a passion project, and like, it's gonna be done for the kids, for me. And like, my wife is the brains behind the operation. She's the businesswoman. She handles, I'm here where I'm at, even being able to run training because of her. And we fight a lot of time because I'm like, no, I don't want to charge them. But she's like, your time is worth something. You have to put a value on your time. Otherwise, people aren't gonna value your time. And she's right, 100%. So our compromise was, we do not, like, special needs kids, there is no talk of money. Like, we are going to help the family, and if they can't afford nothing, that's okay. If they can afford $20, that's okay. If they, you know what I mean? Like, so we've agreed on that, and like, now we're putting moves to really get out and help the special needs community, because I want to, man. I want to be Miss Landman. I want to be that for somebody, whether for my own selfish self-worth or to really do it. Doesn't matter.
No, because I think internally you understand that it made such an impact on you.
Changed my life, bro.
Changed your life for
Changed
the
my life.
better.
100%.
You could have been on a trajectory straight down.
Jail, drugs.
Yeah.
That's what it would have been. 100,000%. I learned to buy into myself. And fuck our education system, because it gave me no outlet to find self-confidence elsewhere other than sports, bro.
Crazy, man.
Fuck you. I can't read. Stop giving me English. Give me like double gym. Like, help me feel good about myself.
It's so strange that they'll be so hell bent on banning a specific book, but they won't just like change the curriculum to suit more people. Like you're so worried about
There's
being
money in curriculum. That's
yeah,
why.
you're so worried about being inclusive. Okay, be inclusive.
Oh, it's
Not
dope.
everybody learns the same.
No.
So let's be
No.
inclusive. Then let's tailor things for kids
sure.
that can. And let's not throw them in a fucking room underneath the floorboards, like by the radiator and the creepy janitor. Like you don't do that. Give them prime time. Give them in the same class as everybody else. Don't segregate them and make them feel like they're
I
not
was
good enough to
segregated.
sit straight on with everybody else.
I was segregated, made me feel horrible. It made me, and how many of the kids that we segregate don't necessarily need it? Yes, there is a time and a place to segregate a child.
Yeah.
To move him outside of one learning environment because it's not appropriate. You have to put them in an appropriate learning environment. There's laws surrounding this issue. It's called least restricted learning environment. So you want to put the child in an environment that's least restrictive, that they can learn the best in. So putting an autistic child in a room of 24 children, that's super restrictive.
Yeah.
But if they have sensory needs or flapping or, like learning, so you have to remove them and it's tiers of it. So yes, there are kids who may need the deepest tier, but there are kids in the deepest tier who don't deserve to be there.
And I'd argue that the general number, like of students that need those services, don't need to be segregated.
I agree.
They could sit mainstream and I hate even saying mainstream. It's just a different way of learning.
Yes.
That's all it is. It's not like you have to, this is the one way be all, one stream outside of to get out of the school. It's like you can have a lot of different funnels on your way
100%.
out.
Your education, it's not meant to be it's not meant to be learnt in a classroom. It's meant to be felt. It's meant to be learned. Like I'm a teacher. My job is to connect, not teach content. You're not going to learn from me unless we connect. The vibe in not toot my own horn, the culture in my classroom is fucking wild. It's wild. I see true children and they see true me. I don't hide who I am. I'm late every day. They hold me down. Doors shut, computers on, lessons ready to go. Anybody comes in, Miss Dalli's in the bathroom. Hold me down. Why? Because they like me. I fail some of them. It's cost of the culture. I seek to connect and then I seek to entertain. Then I'll teach. Like if I could connect with you, dope, we're there. Then if I can entertain you, now you'll listen to the boring shit that's coming out of my mouth. And I feel like teachers I work with some amazing teachers. I think at this point in my career, the people I've surrounded myself at work are some of the best teachers, but we're all older. We won't be here soon. The new group or the new wave of they're not like us. They're not seeking to connect. And it's not their fault, bro. They're just being formally trained in bullshit.
Yeah, well, it goes back to the age-old question of, are you book smart or street smart? And the demonization of being street smart is like, well, if I don't sit here and memorize every fucking line out of a book, that doesn't mean I'm not book smart. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a lot more knowledge in a lot of other areas and common sense. Just because you memorize some text doesn't make you smarter by theory. But a lot of people are fed the belief system that you are if you can memorize these things. Well, what happens when you're in the real world? What happens when you're in front of that child that needs more than just what you can regurgitate from a book at them?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it's like, I'm a parent. I have 4 children. I'm involved in my children's lives. I can't be the only involved parent. How do we not see what's happening and how are we not putting measures to like really force change? Think about New York City school systems. It's probably the biggest school system in the country. Them, Los Angeles probably as well. Bro, the only way we're going to bring about change if it's being led by the teachers, but we won't do it because we'll be penalized.
Isn't that crazy?
Wild.
Can't speak up.
Wild.
You can't do things.
Wild.
Yeah.
We won't be given tenure. We'll be let go. We'll be moved out of the building that we love into like another school or given a shitty assignment. So we stay quiet.
But that's 99% of the country. That's 99% of the country. If you don't work for yourself and you're not able to, provide for yourself in your own company and doing your own thing, whether that's entrepreneurship like I do, whether that's, YouTube videos, podcasting, whatever your source of income is, if somebody else is cutting your check, let's take newscasters, for example. I don't think, I hate getting political, I really do, but it's like the best example. Like a CNN. I don't think everybody believes the shit that they spew on there. But if they go against what they're being told to talk about, now you're out. So you're telling me you don't want that $500,000 a year annual salary?
Of course I do, bro.
And the perks and the benefits and all that shit. You don't want that. Yep. Because you want to go on your trip. So they go, okay, sorry. Sorry. Back to this. This person.
No, you're right. You're right.
Crazy,
One of the
man.
when my wife and I decided to start Youth Fitness League, one of the things we talked about is we both said that we sold our soul enough at our professional jobs that if we're gonna do this, there's no soul selling.
Yep.
Like, and it's, dude, I know it won't ever replace teaching, but I get more enjoyment.
You don't know that. You don't know
True.
that. You
That's
don't know
true.
that.
I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that. But that's the wave I'm riding. Like, I'm really fed up with being a public school teacher. I love my job, bro. But I figured out I could do what I do in a classroom in an area that I also fucking love so much more, fitness. I could do both things that I really fucking love and then have my 3 boys and daughter mirror. My daughter was born in the fucking gym, bro. She's gonna be 2 in September and all this girl knows is the gym.
Blessings. It's amazing.
Why wouldn't I want to give everything I have to that? Like, and my 16-year-old is talking about going to school for business, which we're supporting, because if he could come and take this shit over and make it to support himself, I'll retire at 55. I'll train his trainers. I'll write his curriculum, and he just grows.
Best advice, and listen, he's got you as a father. So you could give great advice
I'll
yourself.
probably know nothing. I just pretend.
My best advice is have him do 2 years at Nassau.
Yeah. Bro, Nassau was the best experience of my life.
I did 2 years at Nassau, and then
Cost me $8,000.
Yep, I did 2 years at Quinnipiac, and that was it. If I had done 4 years at Quinnipiac,
forget it.
I probably would jump off this building.
Forget it.
I'd probably jump off this
Forget it.
building with the student loans. It's
I couldn't
insane.
imagine.
And Sally Mae, you fucking cocksuckers, okay?
Fuck you, Sally Mae.
Fuck you, Sally Mae. You got me on a variable interest rate. That shit's like 10% now.
No.
Bunch of bullshit. I pay a car note for that shit.
That's
crazy.
wild. That's wild.
Crazy. They're in my phone as gold diggers. I don't like y'all. I pay it,
That's
but
so
I don't
funny.
like it. Anywho, yeah.
But they make it impossible for kids to even go to school. And kids, you shouldn't always go to school. Like, that's what I preach to my children. Like, I told my 16-year-old, I was like, don't be forced. Like, if you want to chill for a little bit, grace period of a year. Chill. Well, figure shit out. But like, I just need you to be on a path. I just need a path.
Just try a bunch of shit out. I tell this to a couple of my friends. A couple of my friends were struggling with careers. They didn't know what they wanted to do, this and that. I'm like, y'all, we're all young.
Yeah,
You can
now the
pivot to a
time.
million and one
Yes.
things still.
Yeah, you can make some bold ass moves at 18.
And the best part is, like, even late 20s, like, all you have to do is just try something.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, now you know.
Yep.
Don't fucking do it again.
Yep.
Now you could try something else. Oh, wait, I hated working in restaurants, but I really enjoy sales. There you go.
Yeah.
Different lanes for everybody. You don't
Yep.
have to just do one thing.
I know.
There's a lot more than Long Island. There's a lot more
We
than...
forget that.
Yeah,
I forget that.
Well, we live in the bubble, and
Sure.
our routines, we become creatures of habit.
Oh,
so like
I'm
our
a huge
routines
routine.
keep us doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it
Mhm.
doesn't. When I say Long Island, I don't even mean like to move. You can move, but the amount of opportunity to do different things in a million and one different fields. Like when you said, I would love this if this really made me money.
Yeah.
Bro, you know that there are girls that take pictures of their feet and make 7 figures.
Bro, I'm trying to
right?
get my nanny to do that. I'm like, dude, you can support us.
Listen, man.
And she's Mexican, so she got hairy toes. She would make a killing.
I'm fucking dead.
I love you, Fanny.
Listen, man. All I'm saying is 7 figures. There are girls taking pictures of their feet for 7 figures, man.
Right. It's crazy.
I'm pretty sure you make a big impact. You keep the message going.
Trying.
You do everything. Dude, the sky's the limit. You teach your
Yeah.
kids this.
Nah, I hear you.
You're not taking your own advice, son.
Nah, thank you, bro.
I'm
I
taking
forget.
your advice.
I forget. And like, it's just, cause I just show up every day, try to connect with a kid, right? And so right now I'm at this camp, Rolling River. It's given me so much exposure. And like, we had a parent night the other night, and all I did was, honestly, bro, nothing different than I did with the kids if the parents weren't there. And wow, this is amazing. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, this is just like another Coach Tony session. Like, this is what it will always be, because unfortunately, the parents are the ones with the money, but like, I'm trying to connect with the kids. Because no matter what, a big thing that I do is I can, I will, I must, and box breathing. And so before we do something hard, I have them, I can, I will, I must. Because with children, if you get them to say it enough, eventually they're going to believe it. Happened to me.
Happens to
Happened to
everybody.
me. I put I can, I will, I must on my screensaver one day and just saying it now and now, I believe it.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody realizes this, but The Secret, that book, the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
read it like 5 times.
Okay.
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction. Thank you. That doesn't mean things are just going to fucking appear. It's you believing that you can obtain these things. Then, and only then, when you put the work in and you're able to actually set forth and do this, do these things that you visualized and told yourself that you can do, you do them and you get them. It doesn't just, I don't sit here and I go, oh, I'm deserving of a Lamborghini. And then a key falls in my hand and I go, oh shit, that's fucking awesome. You got to actually believe in yourself and you work hard for it and then you get it.
My favorite part of the book is like visualize a feather, and then this motherfucker found the feather that he visualized. I learned to appreciate that book much more when I unpacked its like hidden meaning. Like it's not, yes, visualization is part of it, but the universe isn't just going to give it to me.
No.
The trick is
It'd be nice if it did, but
yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, it'd be
awesome.
great.
The trick is getting to believe I can get it. And then I go out and get it because now they have the confidence. Oh yeah, it's coming.
Yep.
It's coming. And then it's just really tricking you to do what? Believe in yourself, bro. I feel like as a society, we're forgetting to teach children to believe in themselves. Every opportunity I have, I tell my children, and I only tell it in meaningful situations. This way they know, like, I'm proud of you, bro. Like, that was really good. Like, each day I try to find one thing that they did that made me proud, and I'll try to tell it to them, or in that moment, because I want them to growing up feeling confident. I don't want them to grow up like me. And unconfident men, kids turn into unconfident men. Just like I preach, uncoordinated children turn uncoordinated adults. Unfit children turn unfit adults. If we nip it in the butt, where's the butt? Childhood. Childhood, bro. Childhood's the butt. If we teach kids these skills in their childhood, they're going to grow up better versions of themselves. I'm working, ever since I met my wife, I'm on this path to like righteousness and being the best version of myself to give her. And when I'm not, she calls me out on it, and it's so hard. It's so hard because I'm 36. I'm just learning now. But if I learn those skills at 6, 7, 8, 9, then in teen years, it wouldn't be so hard for me as an adult. And as an adult, my learning curve is lower because it's something new. It's something challenging. It's hard. If you're just brought up learning these skills, it's just going to make better people.
And compounds over the years.
Yeah,
It makes it easier for you.
Thank you.
Compounds over the years.
And it's the compounding of experience. Like, you have brutal anxiety. You go to and you learn strategies, and the next anxiety attack, yes, it's hard. You feel like you're going to die, but you felt a little stronger doing it. Or you were able to not lock yourself into bed. Like my wife is a prime example. She has, when she used to have a really bad anxiety attack, days in bed. And now, I don't even know sometimes when she has them, but she put in the work. She went to therapists, she didn't just lean on medication. That's work. And why did she do that? To be a better mother and a better husband. I'm sorry, not husband, sweetheart.
Be a better wife.
2023.
Better wife.
Yeah. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, we need to teach that so our youth grow up with that sort of mentality being normalized. Because this bitch ass parenting and this death of accountability in schools, I'm concerned, dude. And with these phones,
it's a weird time to have children. I tell it to all my friends that have kids. I go, it's horrible. A weird time to have kids. I don't even know what I would do.
Yo, how scared were you to ever call a girl's house?
Yeah, man.
My kids will never know that fucking fear.
Yeah.
And maybe that
because they'll just like the nudes, the half nudes on Instagram.
Stop it.
There's my shot.
But it's true. It's true.
Damn, she didn't like it back.
You said it though. It's like I'm so happy I grew up when I grew up.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy that I grew up when I grew up. I'm right on that edge. We both are.
Yeah,
on that edge of just normalcy kind of wavering and things becoming very strange.
The high these kids get from social media is so my day-to-day is in a middle school, which I believe is one of the most dangerous age periods because that's when the brain is changing, hormones. That's really where you're going to see what this kid who used to be cute and sweet, what they will be. You know, and it's like giving, I don't want to cite it wrong or incorrectly, but there was a study done where...
Everybody listening, forgive him.
Yeah, please.
Forgive him.
Where they...
The mob, don't come, please.
They compared brain images of, a teen who just smoked weed versus a teen on social media. And it was the same.
Straight dopamine hits, man.
Yo, wild.
Yeah, it's straight dopamine hits.
They're not mature enough.
I actually turned off the notifications on all my social media.
Good for you.
Turned it off. I couldn't do it anymore. Like, some still come through. My TikTok following is big. My TikTok following is almost 55K.
Awesome.
So my TikTok following is all podcast clips, and I try to stay on that to
But that's a job. That's
a
job.
It's a job on its own,
Yeah.
social media shit. But like, it's not what I get paid for.
No,
Like,
100%.
I don't get paid for the podcast. I get
100%.
paid for my editing and my shoots and stuff like that. So I have to focus on that. But it's very difficult when I put a podcast clip up and all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. Especially when like I tagged Andre Ferguson in a clip today. Once he accepts it, bro. It's like 20, 30,000.
Yeah.
Bing, 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 bing. It's crazy. I can't keep up with it. And it distracts you. But even though I know these things, I still get caught up in the dopamine hits. I still
Of
get
course.
caught up in the
But you're human, bro.
yeah, but that's why they program you to like this shit. That's why this new Threads thing. Okay, cool. Used it for a couple of days. I fell off already because it's just another
I'm
fucking
clueless.
app.
I know nothing.
It's like it's Instagram's take on Twitter. That's really what it is.
Okay.
So it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's
Not
cool to be able-
reinventing the wheel. Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool to be connecting
Yeah,
with
yeah.
other people and this and that because everybody is low followers now. So everyone's talking to each other.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the people that are too big on Instagram wouldn't get a message.
Hey,
normally
getting
from
on the
lower
ground.
people. Ground
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
But like once again, we go back to the point of it's another fucking app to check.
Yep.
It's another app to make content for. I don't want to do this. Don't they have enough?
Yeah.
Don't they have enough of
to.
my
Yeah,
information and my
it sucks.
content? Dude, as I continue to grow and as the podcast gets bigger and shit like that, someone's going to be working this, those, and all of this for me because I don't want to be bothered with it anymore. I'm going to go back to I'm not even joking. I'm going to go back to a flip phone when I don't when I don't have to do it anymore and really follow trends and this
Offload it. But you're gonna.
That's your job
that's
now.
so dope though to
Leave
be at
me
a
the
point.
fuck
Yeah,
alone.
good.
I don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't want to have to deal with the story. The only reason I post stories, the only reason I post all the shit that I
Serve
do,
the purpose.
yeah, number one, yes, to get a message out, and number two, it's just to stay relevant.
Yeah.
And be in people's faces like, yo, check this out. I had a dope conversation with this person. Hey, I got to work with this awesome client. Hey, I'm not fat anymore. I'm fit. So like things like that, like I get to push that out there. But do I really need to put this out there? No, I don't care anymore. Used to care.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care anymore. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I have 4 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Especially in the creative world, everybody circle jerks each other. Like, it's fucking insane. Dude, it's insane. And any creatives that watch this, they know. It's just insane. And some of you all are guilty of it. You're fucking guilty of it. It's just crazy. Like hopping on the trends and completely just not following what got you into this. Like, I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of looking and going, is that the type of trends and videos that people want to see?
Get sucked in. You get
And
sucked
then
in.
doing that instead of doing why I wanted to shoot videos in the first place, which was to tell a story.
Yeah.
Like my coolest and best videos were always when I did an interview with the bodybuilder prior to the shoot.
That's cool.
And I'm there. I say this all the time. So if y'all hear me that have heard the consistent listen to the podcast, please. I'm sorry. I'm gonna sound like a broken record for 3 seconds. I promise. 3 seconds. But one of my best videos ever was with my boy Steve Peoples.
Okay.
And he wanted a video. He got in shape for a show, but he wanted to like showcase a little workout video.
Okay.
Great. Workout videos are fucking boring.
Yeah.
I don't care how much AI you use now, because a lot of people in the fitness industry are using AI to put all these crazy overlays and shit on the video. Y'all suck. It looks like trash. Looks like trash. It does. It's stupid. I'm having dude, I got to start taking Kenji seizure meds, because of the amount of flashing in my face. I'm going to seize up. It's insane. Our attention span is that shot for people where they just can't just focus on a story. Anyway. So Steve Peoples. Steve Peoples.
Wild transition.
Yeah, that's how we do it. So I said to him, all right, let's do a little interview.
Okay.
Before we do the video.
Was he about it?
Loved it. So we sat down. I had my boy Swaytek. Shout out Swaytek. I had my boy Swaytek. He sat down with me, and he was the second camera angle. And I looked at Steve, podcast style, and I just said, what got you into fitness, man?
Dope.
Why'd you decide to start doing it? And he goes, well, it probably all started when I lost my mom. And I was like, whoa. Oh, what? Chills. And he went into this whole story, and I overlaid it on his video.
Sick.
And then right after that kicker of a line came out, the workout video started. I used the song "Take Me to Church."
Okay.
It was
That's
deep.
dope. That's super dope.
That was fire. That's why I got into shooting videos. I wanted
realness, that gritty realness.
Oh, but that's the podcast. Real. I don't want this fake shit.
Nah, I hear you.
If I got a call to work with the Kardashians tomorrow, I wouldn't fucking do it. Leave me alone. The crazy thing is, I've always wanted to shoot Hollywood movies.
Okay.
The more I see the satanic weirdness of Hollywood, I'm so good on that. I don't ever want to go there.
Hear you.
Leave me the fuck alone. Whether you believe in God, whether you don't, whatever it is, all you can see though is the pushing of demonization and satanic shit. And all that. I am so good on that, whether it's real or not. I don't want any part of it.
I don't want to belong to any cult.
It's bad juju.
100%.
I don't want that energy
100%.
around me.
100%.
Whether, like I said, whether it's real or not, I'm good. So y'all can stay in Hollywood. I'm gonna stay over here in Long Island. Leave me the fuck alone. And no, y'all can't come on my podcast. No, none of you can. So anyway, that's for me. That's striking points. That's what makes me tick.
That's cool.
Yeah, it just and it translates over to getting kids to be comfortable with doing things that they enjoy.
But they're not. Because they're doing things they don't enjoy from 7:30 to 3:00.
And they're told that they have to do this no matter what.
Yeah. You want to go to the next grade with your friends and sit here and do it. And it sucks. And some kids will come to school just for that one art period. It's fucked up, bro. And then this kid was going to go to an art college. Why'd you just fuck around with this kid 6 years? By giving him one art class? Like, there's different avenues
You
to
almost
education.
feel like it should be, excuse me, the gassiness. You almost feel like it should be almost like trade schooly. So you can almost pick almost like a college.
Yeah.
From high school and up, from middle school up.
I think middle school should be the testing ground where you
What do you
expose
enjoy
them.
doing?
Exactly. Where you always keep the four core: history or some sort of humanities, science, math, and writing. Those you always keep, and then everything else revolve around it. And like middle school, expose them to a bunch of different stuff, and then high school make it more diverse. But in theory, this sounds great, but it will never happen because it costs money. And the worst thing we did as a society is tier education to property tax. That alone creates diversity. And then the government says they try to supplement it with like Title I.
Government.
Bro, it's bullshit. So right off the jump, there's diversity. There's diversity. This school district, I'm driving through this neighborhood, really good. Really good. Where, East New York? No. Bronx? No way. Rockaways?
There's just a number in the school like that with how many children. You're just a number. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. No, 100%.
They don't care. They act like they care. People in positions of power have really fooled us for many years in every area. Schooling, like the
100%.
school board and all these different
100%.
places. Government, they've really fooled the general public into believing that they care, but they don't give a fuck. They don't care.
Administration internship was during COVID, and that is what I saw.
Yep.
And that is why at the end of it, I told my wife, I'm so sorry I wasted our fucking money on this, but I will never do it. I will never be a school leader because it's a show. There's always a puppet master to answer to. And what you're saying is school sounds good when you tell people we're here for the kids, but when you incorporate tax dollars, come on, bro. Look at what some of these superintendents are making.
What are they making?
Depends anywhere from $200,000 to $500,000.
Damn.
Yeah, in New York, for sure. My district superintendent is one of the third highest in the state. Wild. And I'm over here fighting for a contract. We got it. The 3%. Yay, go teachers. You know what I mean? But it's wild that we're not given, not even money, bro. Fuck money. I'm in a place in my career where I'm okay. Give me resources.
Yeah.
Give me what I really need. Now I'm a 14-year-old teacher. I worked out my style. I know my style. I know my classroom management. I know how to connect. I got the tools now. Put some money behind me. Let me have a fitness program after school where you're not paying me $15 an hour and I'm using dusty weights. Let me get tracking equipment so I can teach kids to track calories. You know what I mean? Let me do dope shit. It's money. It's money. It's money. Nobody's going to give money to fitness. Why give fitness when we have
Which is
sport?
amazing because when you don't actually put the money into the fitness community and teaching people how to eat healthy and be healthy and all this stuff, you're just creating a back tax of a backlog of problems that are going to occur later in life when they're fat and unhealthy and sickly. Oh, wait. But Big Pharma gets their cut now. So, it's okay. It goes all the way up.
Don't start on Big Pharma. Stop.
It's okay.
Wait, bro.
It goes all the way up. When they
wait.
get fat, sick, and unhealthy, and they have cancer from all the sugar they've consumed over the years, it's okay. We have the treatments that will solve that.
Medicine is not the cure, bro. All their shit is keeping us sick. You have diabetes, don't take these 8 pills. Don't take it, go out and fucking do something.
Yep.
My wife is gonna kill me. I recently found out my cholesterol elevators are my cholesterol levels are elevated. It's genetic. I'm in the gym 4 to 6 times. I eat pretty lean. There's nothing I can do. But I made my appointment with the doctor in September. Why? Because I want to meet with a nutritionist. I want to change up my training style. I want to include more cardio. I want to give myself 6 weeks. In those 6 weeks, if I can't lower it on my own, okay, I want to be here for my children.
Talk to my boy at Dexafit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me get his information after. I would
I'll give you all
appreciate
this
that.
info after that because they work with nutritionists. They'll do blood work. They'll do all your
Yeah.
levels. They'll do everything, and they'll tell you exactly what you need to do.
I have a feeling like my parents didn't really address it until later on in their life, and now they have 30 pills. You know what I mean? Like I'm 36 years old, so if I start paying attention, I don't eat bacon. Oh well, okay, I'm cool. You know?
Well, so the ironic thing about all that is I did heavy keto getting ready for a show
Okay.
with one of my coaches who's a doctor.
Okay.
And I was nervous that my levels were going to come back fucked up. I was like, dude, is everything going to be elevated?
That's
from all
usually the case
from all
though
the
with
red
that, right?
meat and bacon that
Yeah,
I'm eating
yeah.
and this and that. He goes, go get your blood work done. Okay. Went and got blood work done.
Mm-hmm.
Triglycerides, everything was perfect.
What?
Because I wasn't eating sugar. Sugar.
That's what's fucking me. My triglycerides are high because of the sugar.
Sugar plus fat in your diet can really elevate your triglycerides and your cholesterol in the body.
Yeah, I'm a big beer guy. Like, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm cutting it out. Like, and I'm
I've been
going
sober since March.
Okay, good for you, bro. How you feel?
I feel great.
I've heard really good things.
I feel great. I mean, so I never really liked smoking weed. I'd smoke maybe 10 times in my life.
I
about
smoke
12
every day,
times.
bro.
Like, that's okay. I mean,
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
to each their own.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I never liked it. I never thought that it did anything positive for me.
sure.
I always felt like it.
I got off a stimulant because of weed.
Oh,
Like
yeah?
I replaced the hardcore ADHD stimulants with just weed. And
Okay.
a lot cleaner for me.
I just felt like it always kept me on edge anytime I smoked. I
Oh,
just
for sure. Paranoid.
didn't like it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And then alcohol, I've always liked beer. I've always liked the taste of beer. Have a couple drinks.
Yeah, for
this
sure.
and that. Have a couple while I'm playing Xbox and this and that. But
At your Magic Card Show games.
yeah, man, just
Let's
getting
go,
fucked
let's
up with old nerds. Yeah, come on, bro.
Let's go.
Oh my God, did he pull out an ogre? Yeah, it's crazy. That card's nuts.
Bro, I'd come just to watch.
It's a good time.
That's hysterical.
Everybody that I bring to play, they wind up loving it. My boy
Really?
Jeff is hooked right now. He can't stop playing the fucking app.
That's
because
too
he lives
funny.
in Florida.
Okay,
he has to be up
okay,
every
okay.
day with his fucking deck. I just gotta show you the text. It's hysterical. It's hysterical. Jeff's a cop, dude. Look, he just keeps
That's
hitting me up with his
hysterical.
decks. Look, that's all we're doing.
That's funny.
So what was I saying? I don't even fucking remember what I was saying.
I cut you off. I distracted you.
It's
My
okay.
bad,
It happens a
bro.
lot. It happens a lot.
Weed.
Oh, weed. So sober. Yeah. So I have a couple drinks when
Okay,
I
okay.
be playing Xbox or whatever. But I started noticing alcohol always made me tired.
Mhm.
Always made me tired. But when I would go out, like Tyler and I, we go into Huntington Village because I live in the village.
Yeah.
So it's like
dope bars.
I love it. So we would go grab food and be like, yo, we'll go out after for a few.
Yeah.
Bro, I'd have one drink at dinner and I'm like, I'm starting to go, I could just get right in my jam and go to bed. Like, and then the next morning, I'm not drunk. I never got drunk. I never got crazy buzzed.
Yeah.
But I'm off.
Had the drink.
There's fuzziness. I'm off. I'm good on it.
Isn't it wild we don't categorize alcohol like we do other drugs?
Oh, it's a drug.
1,000%.
So is caffeine.
Agreed.
Caffeine's a drug.
Agreed.
Because even though it doesn't like technically hurt you like that, you just become
Dependent.
one coffee, two
Yeah.
coffee, one
Yeah,
energy
yeah.
drink, three energy drinks. Like it just
Yeah.
you become too easy. And then every now and then, every couple of months, I have to go down to nothing, wait for a few. I mean, I went without caffeine for 2 years.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, and then
It's a long time.
And then I'll tell you what, man, a quarter of a rain. I drank 1/4 of a rain on my first day back after 2 years of not having caffeine. It was wild. It was
Really?
wild.
The
shit.
crash must have been crazy.
I didn't even crash. It was just a weird quarter of a drink, and I was wired. I was like, oh, what is that? Because I could drink 2 years ago. I could drink 3 of these and not feel anything.
Yeah.
Just your body resetting and recalibrating. So you just have to understand what you're putting in your body at all times.
Yeah.
Right now, I look good. I look really good. And it's not gassing myself up. I look really good. Bro, I eat red meat every single day.
That's wild.
Multiple meals of red meat.
Bro, and I'm over here like,
And
I can't eat
eggs.
steak anymore.
Dude, before I got here, I had 6.5 ounces of bison fillet, super rare. Dude.
Oh, if it bleeds, that's the only way I want it.
Super rare. I gross people out. I love it.
No, I love red meat too. My kid, and surprisingly, my
I
kids
deleted
will
the
eat it
picture
too.
because it was so gross and nobody wanted to see it. I guarantee it. Where is it? Let's go to the top. Oh yeah, I deleted the picture. Yep. I had that with 300 grams of potatoes. This broke my fast too. I was
300 grams of potatoes.
Yeah, which is not that
Are you
much.
doing 20-hour fast?
I did 18 today,
Okay,
which was easy.
dude. I'm so hesitant to jump on it because I'm afraid of being hungry.
No.
Do you feel
great? It goes
yeah?
away. You feel sharp. You feel mentally sharp.
Like a body reset?
Yeah, well,
And-
you have to get your body into the real reason I do it is not even for weight loss. I don't give a fuck. It's about the autophagy.
Okay.
So the body clearing out the dead cells and all the shit that it needs to get out of your system. Because if you're constantly eating,
It's not doing that.
it processes food constantly.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
no autophagy and clearing of the body. But when you fast and you give your body a break, your glucose levels come down. You get mentally clear and it's very weird. People say you do a 3-day fast. It's like insane how clear you feel. Water fast.
What?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing one in the next couple of weeks. I'll tell you, the 18 hours is easy.
So when is your first or last meal? Is
Last
at
night
night?
was like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I had my first meal today at 1:32.
And are there specific times in which you're eating, or just
No.
when?
I just feel like when I do it. I'm not strict with it. Some
Okay,
people are like,
okay.
oh, these are my feeding windows.
Yeah,
my eating windows."
yeah.
I'm like,
Okay.
whatever. I'm loose with it.
Loosey goosey.
I started looking. I started looking at myself, and I go, oh, I'm tightening. I find I'm tighter, way tighter when I fast.
because you have less shit in you.
Yeah. So what's crazy is like years and years of bodybuilding and doing cheat meals. I would have a cheat meal on like a Sunday. Fucking disgusting.
An enormous, disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
And then the next 2 to 3 days would be me recovering from said
that cheat meal.
getting the water
Yeah,
out,
yeah,
all
yeah,
this
for sure,
stuff, blah, blah,
for
blah.
sure.
And then by the time I'm ready to have my next cheat meal, I look good again. But like half the week was spent me trying to get all the shit out of my system.
Yeah.
But when I have a cheat meal now, and I fast, so I'll have my cheat meal early in the day Sunday instead of late. So I'll have it at like
So you give your body time.
2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I'll eat. I'll get ice cream in town. I'll like
let's
enjoy
go,
it.
yes.
And then I'll fast until 1 p.m. the next day. I actually lose weight versus
Really?
me having to restabilize my body. Very weird.
Is your body just processing that cheat meal?
No idea.
No idea.
No clue. I have
cares?
no fucking idea. But it's been a wild journey the last couple of months.
Bro, you got to see what works for you.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm going to try it. Hit me on Monday. Fast time.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, just
try
it's
it.
not
Let me try
hard. Stop eating at 7:30 tonight. Just try
7:30.
it.
Yeah.
Just try it.
And then, like, is there any specific you're eating, or just,
No, just
and you're going by 8, so 8. All right, fuck it, YOLO.
so then have your first meal tomorrow. Skip breakfast. Have your first meal tomorrow at 12.
I'm not a
1
big
o'clock.
I'm whether I'm in the school year or summer, I'm on my feet constantly. So I don't like to eat a lot during the day.
So you're already probably fasting without
I
eating.
am, but what fucks me is when I get home, nonstop eating for hours. Because I'm making up for all those calories. Because I was up at 5 in the gym.
Well, you don't really need to lose weight.
No,
You see,
I'm not looking
you're
to
a
lose
hard
weight.
gainer.
Yeah,
so
I'm looking to like level set, and maybe that might help my triglycerides too.
It probably will.
Probably will.
Because what happens is your glucose levels stabilize after, I think it's the first 12 hours. But ironically, the first 12 hours is the easiest because 8 of them or 7 of
asleep.
them you're asleep.
You're asleep.
I don't even know you're fasting.
Yeah,
That's why I laugh when my buddies go, "Oh, I couldn't do that." I'm like, no, you could because 90%, not 90, 70% of the fast you don't even realize you're doing it.
And you know, like people with ADHD, we usually don't have much appetite because we don't think. We're always go. So it's very rare I feel hungry. It's more as I should eat. And then that mentality gets, okay, I haven't eaten all day, so now I'm home, eat to make up for all the hours I didn't eat. So maybe I just got to clean it up.
Give it a try.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very interesting. And then I want to say the autophagy. I want to like actually give the actual
I'm
scientific
curious.
talking points so people know. Oh my God, my Forerunner is on the page. I'm trying not to buy a Forerunner right now.
Bro, if it's on your page, you're done. They got you on all levels now.
I want it so bad. I want to get rid of my BMW. I fucking hate it. It's actually not true. BMW's a gangster. It's a really good car. I miss my Audi. All right, the definition of autophagy, I'm going to get the little short breakdown. A process by which a cell breaks down and destroys old, damaged, or abnormal proteins and other substances in its cytoplasm, the fluid inside the cell. The breakdown products are then recycled for important cell functions, especially during periods of stress or starvation.
You did a good job defining that.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah,
I did like the dumb version of it.
I like yours better. Understood it. I stopped listening halfway through that.
All right, so cool. All right, so mine made sense. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy because
Yo, I'm behind anything that has science.
well, Chris Hemsworth, he did a documentary
Okay.
on living,
Okay.
just living and
Yeah, yeah,
living
yeah.
longer and all these different techniques and
Mm-hmm.
cold plunges and all different types of things that are supposed to help longevity of somebody and increase your lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was on fasting. and he did
Okay.
it with Dr.
It was a Netflix, right? Like a doc series?
It was on Nat Geo.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely did watch it.
Through Disney Plus.
That's how my son and I got into like, we don't cold plunge, but we should because we live down the block from the beach. So that we both vow like this winter, that's what we're going to do. But we started taking cold showers and bro, I see a difference.
Yeah, I mean, just forcing yourself to do hard things.
Doing hard things, bro.
rewires the brain a little bit.
100%.
And just instead of just having a debate with yourself, you just go, fuck it, I'm just going to do it because I know I have to do it. And
Yeah.
even though I don't want to do it, this is part of discipline.
Doing things you don't want to do.
Shout out Jocko.
100%.
What is it? Extreme Ownership is Jocko's book. I haven't read it all, but it's a good book.
It's in my Amazon.
Yeah, it's a good book. But anyway, so one of the things with fasting, they were talking about the autophagy and how cancer cells, they'll keep multiplying because they're not cleared out. So by fasting, you help clear some of these cells out. I'm not sitting here saying it's going to not cure your cancer, all right? I'm a fucking videographer. I'm not a scientist. But what I am saying is that other smarter people than me are saying that it's good. So I'm going to listen to them.
No, it makes perfect sense because there's nothing in your body's idle. It's not breaking down anything. So now what happens when we're idle at home? We start tinkering, right? Going through the attic or going through the garage. So why not give our body that opportunity to get all the bullshit out? Like I'm a big, you sold me.
Yeah. And shout out John Meadows. I miss you, bro. You know, he passed away a few years ago, but I was a big Meadows guy. I'm in the jersey today, ironically. But he was big on fasting too. And this is years ago. He was talking about the benefits of fasting for bodybuilders.
Interesting.
Because
most bodybuilders, don't you guys eat like 5 times, 6 times a day?
So think about it. When I was getting ready for my shows, I was eating 6 meals a day. Wild. 10 egg whites in the morning, 10 egg whites at night, cup of oatmeal in the morning. And then each meal was probably anywhere from 6 to 8 ounces of meat on top of veggies and carbs and post-workout shakes and all this stuff. It's just exhausting. So you think about somebody like that. When do you give your body a break? And then you're eating this many meals, and then on one day a week you're eating a huge cheat meal too. Your body never gets to fucking chill.
True.
Never gets to chill out.
True.
Gotta give it. I'll tell you what, the digestion part of it, you feel great. You don't feel, you don't feel bloated. There's nothing in your system.
It was like from all the shakes or whatever. I'm constantly bloated.
You feel comfortable. Like you don't feel like I just had a meal.
Bro, and it's so easy. Just don't eat.
Don't eat. Just drink water.
Don't eat.
And drink seltzer.
So I'm a big water guy. I put a lot of fruit in my water.
That's good.
Yeah. So
just got to watch. When you fast, you have to watch things that aren't going to spike your insulin. That's what you have to watch.
Okay.
So like if it's fruity fruit.
No, like lemons or lime.
That's fine.
Or maybe a cut up orange.
I don't know if a lime. Orange you might.
Or because of the acidic, right?
Yeah, but orange has a lot of sugar.
Okay.
So you have to watch out for something like that. That might spike your insulin.
Gotcha.
Because if it spikes your insulin, you're out of a fast.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Even if it's a drink.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because you're still putting it into your body, so your body then has to break it down.
Your body's taking those calories in.
Okay, so no big deal.
Do lemons.
Lemons, okay. I'm a big lemon guy. That's what I got today.
Yeah, do the lemons, give it a shot, try a water fast, and then just try it from 7:30 or 8 p.m. tonight. Try it. And theoretically, I mean...
because then it's only 8 hours in the morning.
Exactly. And Andrew Huberman, who's that neuroscientist out of Stanford that everybody listens to now. He talks about all the little life hacks and tweaks that you could do. You know, sunrise, sun in the eyes in the morning, and all these different things. And cold showers, blah blah blah. He talks about the benefits of fasting, and he talks about the benefits of just pushing that window out a little bit. And included in that is don't have food 3 hours before bed because you'll sleep better.
You'll sleep better. I heard that too.
Yep.
And then none of your shakes are taken during the fasting period, just water.
Nope, just water.
That's wild. And now how do you feel
Honestly,
training?
I try not to, training, I feel great.
Training on an empty stomach?
I've fasted for years. I've always fasted training.
Okay.
If I train in the morning, I've always fasted training.
Okay.
I could never eat and then go to the gym.
And then go to the gym.
If I ate a big meal, so what I used to
I'd
do.
just not like have a yogurt or piece of fruit or like a nothing.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
Because you got to also realize this, even though it may be a small portion size, the second you start putting any food in your stomach, there's blood getting put into your stomach to start the digestion process.
Yeah.
And now it's going away from the muscles that you're training.
Less oxygen.
But you know, in the bodybuilding community, a bunch of fucking psychos. They'll eat a meal an hour, 45 minutes before they lift a body part. Some of these dudes, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? I'd be throwing up everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very strange.
Now, I'm curious. I'm super intrigued from what you're saying. From what you're
I had a couple guys at OG that were talking to me. Shout out Sippy. You know, he was asking me about fasting, and I kept telling him, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna try next week. I was like, dude, just fucking do it.
Yeah, do it.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That was like me with jujitsu. It's crazy because like I I was doing OG and I was losing weight and I felt great. But then I said, I want to do something else. I'm tired of bodybuilding. I'm tired of all this shit. I picked up pickleball. It's okay. It's fun.
Pickleball's pickleball, bro.
It's fun to do on the here and there with
pickleball
friends.
jiu-jitsu.
Exactly. So I just said I've always wanted to do jiu-jitsu. So
dope.
I went for the trial
love
class at
it.
Sarah's. Went for the trial class. I said I loved it. I said, hey guys, I'm going to order a gi on Origin because Origin makes all their own gis
Okay.
in the States.
Oh, sick.
99% of other gis are made in Pakistan.
Okay.
Which, if you choose to support that, that's cool. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I hear you,
But
I
for
hear you.
me, it's important for me to support business in America.
Oh, 100%.
I don't care if I'm going to pay an extra $50, $60, $70, $80.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
support the business in America
That's
to
dope.
keep manufacturing here.
Mhm.
So Jocko and Origin, they make gis in America. Everything is hand-stitched, handmade in Maine.
I'm probably the quality is probably significantly better.
It's great, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. It's amazing. And even the dudes will be like choking me out. They'll be like, God, this gi feels great. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
can't let go. So I said, I'm going to order the gi and then I'm going to come back and sign up. They're like, okay, cool. You know how many people they probably hear, I'm going to come back and sign up. I'm going to come back and sign up.
Yeah.
Not that they doubted me,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
ordered the gi that night.
Good.
Waited 2 weeks because it was
You
made
held
in
yourself
America.
accountable.
The day that it came. The day it came, I was tracking it.
Let's go.
We got class tonight. Let's
That's
go.
dope.
And I dove in. I had probably 6 other people that said, yo, I want to do jiu-jitsu with you. I want to do jiu-jitsu with you. Pfft, they didn't fucking show up for the trial class.
Yeah.
Fuck off. You got to commit. If you're
You
going to
do it
commit,
yeah.
do it.
But now you're engrossed because you're doing something outside your comfort zone. You're doing something you always wanted to do. It's fucking hard.
And I'm financially invested. That's the other part. That's the other part.
Yeah.
You won't appreciate things unless you put your own money behind it.
100%.
That's like a kid that got a hand-me-down turbo 911S. He's going to drive it like a douchebag because guess what? You didn't put the $200K down
100%.
on it. You
100%.
just got that as a
When
hand-me-down
you're
from
writing
dad.
the checks, shit is a little more serious.
It's a little more serious. When
little
you
more serious.
buy all your own camera equipment and all the shit
Yeah.
for your office,
Yeah.
things get a little more serious than if
100%.
somebody just gave you a $50,000 red camera and they went, here, go shoot
You're
some
not fucking
films."
around anymore.
Not fucking
You're
around.
putting your money where your mouth is, and that's dope. That's dope. That's super dope.
I did want to ask you, so the inception of the Youth Fitness League.
Yes.
What was the jumping off point where you said, I need to bring something like this to fruition?
Yo, honestly, my children, I got fucking sick and tired of the play dates and them playing video games. No, I'm serious, bro.
No, I'm laughing because I was that last generation where I
Yeah.
still played outside, but we were
we
we
were
were encroaching on inside play
Yeah, bro.
exclusively.
But you're playing. You can only play Manhunt for so many hours, and then you go fucking play a little N64.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yo, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this mentality. I'm tired of this bitch ass level of parenting where everything is okay and the child. You can't tell a child no. My wife and I are very on poor. One thing we are holistically aligned on is parenting. We believe in accountability. We believe in hard work, and I wanted to instill that in my kids. And I said, I know they wouldn't just come train with me. I knew it wasn't, let's go to the beach and train with dad. That's not fun. So I had to incorporate their friends. So we started having play dates, but we're not going to come to the house for the play date. Your friends are going to meet us at the beach, and we're going to play some games. And we start playing games because child's love language is what? Play and attention. And then I slowly started incorporating fitness, and my wife's there recording it, building our Instagram, unbeknownst to me. And now I have people, hey, can my kid come? Can my kid come? Do you guys do this? Do you offer classes? And we have a small following. I have about like 8 people who followed me from the beginning during COVID. My prices for them never changed. Their grandfather and they're OGs. They gave me their start. They trusted their children with me. They let me piloted what I believed I could do. I learned through them. They're my core people. People come and go, but as long as I have those 8 customers, 8 clients, I'm good to rock. Like I'll have a class. I had a class the other day. It was just my son, one of these clients. Everybody else bailed. We still went, and I wanted to make fitness fun. And that's kind of what I did. And the shit I did in the beginning is nowhere what I did now. I grew, I learned, I figured out.
What were some of the adjustment periods? What did you find?
So I, in my opinion, I thought like spring and winter, spring and summer were going to be blowout seasons for me. They're not. I'm at like historic lows because I'm fighting camp, I'm fighting organized sports. And my wife, who's the business, she realized we had to go into a gym. And I fought it. And she found the perfect partner for us, the people at Island Park Fitness, Dr. Jeremy. He really trusts us. And he lets me do my thing. And I had to learn how to do what I do on the beach in gym. Because the gym is a lot more, we're here to work out. Mm-hmm. And that went against the culture I started with. But it forced me to eventually marriage what I wanted. I want the uncoordinated kid, the unathletic kid to be in the gym. So it forced those 8 who started with me into a gym setting, which is something we all said we didn't want.
How was it at first? Was it a little challenging?
Very. I was a little bitch, and I told my wife, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm biting off more than I can chew. I feel like a fish out of water. And she just kept like pushing me. I would go to the gym. I would visualize like the classes, visualize what I wanted to do. It took me almost a year to now I'm going into my second season there. I'm very confident. I could do a 6-week season tomorrow. I'm very confident, but I had to do all the things that didn't work. And, a lot didn't work.
Yeah.
A lot, because pushing a sled isn't fun for a 4-year-old, for a 5-year-old. It's fucking work. Mommy told me we're coming to a play class. Why you had me pushing a sled? So I had to figure out a game to incorporate the sled, to incorporate speed work, and once I started to figure that out, more and more kids were coming and coming and coming. So I really think winter is where I'll shine, and I just have to get used to that. And now I'm okay with it, because now I want to start bringing special ed kids into that sort of environment. Because when have you ever seen a special ed kid in a gym?
It's very rare. You see a
very
couple
rare.
of kids on social
Very
media
rare.
that are that are paraded around.
Why aren't
and
gym owners
shown.
reaching out to school districts and say, hey, if you can send your kids here with their life coach, free membership?
Because they don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
And that's not
Because
cool.
People don't care. They only care about themselves. And we're all guilty of it in certain ways, but the mass majority are only concerned with what is XYZ going to do to benefit
Yeah,
them.
man. And that's not what this is. Like, think about it. A free membership for one special ed kid, how often is he going to use the facility?
Once a week, maybe.
And his life coach has to be with him. So you have to hold the school district accountable for this gift, right? Still, why? Why aren't people who have these why aren't you reaching out to schools and say, hey, what special needs kids can get in here? Or can we come to you? That's great publicity. Call fucking News 12, bro. Seriously. Like, why isn't that happening? And that's like what I'm trying to, I'm not going to do it alone. I have a great support team. I have great people, great mentors who's helping me, but like, it's going to take our mission being heard by the people who deal with children. That's unfortunately school districts or parents. If parents get behind it, it will move a lot faster. But if I really want to spread and reach the population I want, I have to go through schools. And I don't know I'm a teacher. So it's like I can't support my mission and then be in my classroom. Like I'm struggling, and my wife is helping. We're struggling with a way to bridge that, because I feel like if I could get into schools and I can get these people to listen to me on what I can do for their special needs community, it's a no-brainer. And I'm not going to kill you. Like, this is a passion project. I'm truly here to help, bro. I was a little kid who didn't fucking believe in himself, and I found confidence in fitness and sports. Trying to get kids to realize you may not be able to read, you can't do math, you reverse numbers, you reverse letters, but there's still worth inside you. And that's like the big thing of why I have to go through schools, because that's where all the kids are. That's where the kids are being overlooked. There are some kids who have great parents who are doing great things. They don't need me. What about little Susie, whose dad is working all the time and her mom walked out, or your mom's a stripper, or your father's a gangbanger, or your both parents are drug addicts? What source of confidence do you have? And then you're behind in school because you're up late all night. You're worrying about when your next meal is. Who the fuck cares about my history test? But maybe fitness will speak to them, or maybe art. We've totally abandoned finding the spark. And instead of somebody giving me my spark, they decided to tell a 6-year-old, you have ADHD. Do you know what that means? No, motherfucker. I just don't know. I feel like I like
all the states.
Yeah, bro. I'm just out here trying to climb out your fucking window, like making snowballs. Like, why'd you need to tell me that? You immediately put me in a box. And then special ed in the 90s is nothing like what it was now. I was constantly pulled out. I was constantly separated. My confidence has taken a fucking beating. And I'm learning as a 36-year-old man, like, I have to get over it. I have to, I give off this image that I'm very confident, but I'm not, bro. And I have to find that avenue to take away that stigma. I'm figuring it out, but I don't want kids to grow up with that battle, especially ones who have a challenge, who have an intimate challenge on what they think they can contribute to this world. And that's what it's all about, reaching kids and getting them to believe they're stronger. That's what we preach. You're stronger than you think you are. You have to do hard things. The only way you're going to get stronger is by doing hard things. If life was easy, then there's no need to be strong. You can't push this box today, but if you keep doing the work that needs to do, you could push it one day. And I promise you, all the hours of pain will mean nothing the minute you push that box. And that's that light I was talking about before. That's that confidence. That's that spark. Now that kid is mine. I can literally mold this child. Happened to me on Sunday. I had a kid come, not athletic, was made fun of. The kid I want. So I told him, I'm like, I'm going all in with this kid. I'm no phone, not much media until we build that relationship. And the other day we were doing, so I brought him on the beach and I set up 4 traffic cones on top of each traffic cone was a tennis ball. And I put it on top of the lifeguard hill. And I yelled out a color. You had to run up, get the tennis ball, come down. We did that 3 reps, took a break. Then I put not a speed band, the stretchy thing, what are
The resistance band?
resistance band. I put a resistance band around his waist and I held him and then he ran up. Took a break. Then we did it again. Puking everywhere. And it was that white, clear water puke that is like fresh from hard work, determination, and gritty ass motherfucking spirit. And I hugged him, threw up on me. I said, keep going, bro. But when I let you go, you have a choice. I believe in you because I'm here. I'm like, shit, you fucking pay me to be here. But when I let you go, your body and your mind is going to tell you had enough. And are you going to listen to it? No. I'm like, what do we say before we do hard things? I can, I will, I must. I said, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to give you a minute. And then I'm going to blow my fucking whistle and we're going to get to it. And I blew my whistle and he fucking got to it. And he didn't even know I had sunglasses on. I'm fucking crying like a little bitch. Because now that kid is mine. He will do whatever I say and he will fucking grow. And I'm worried of the confidence that he's going to get from this because he came to me with nothing. And through his hard work, through his determination from doing fucking hard things, he changed his life and he doesn't even know it.
Yeah, making people, like they say in jiu-jitsu, making people dangerous in a good way.
That's it.
Making people dangerous.
This kid is going to go from a geek, unreserved, and then he's going to come back for his first year in middle school and they're like, what the fuck happened to you?
Yeah.
And I hope the answer is himself because I did fucking nothing but blow a whistle. Yeah. He showed up and we train at 8 o'clock Sunday morning on the beach. Why? Because ain't no other 13-year-old up at 8 o'clock on a Sunday on the beach. And I preached that to him. I said, look around. There's no adults here, bro. It's me and you and my fucking tires and my whistles and my cones. I was like, how's that make you feel? He's like, better than them. I'm like, good.
That's what it is.
Good.
Yeah,
I don't want to you know what I mean?
Everybody starts hitting these strides too late in life sometimes, and it's not that they can't change their lives and they can't become better. You could do that at any point in your life. You can do that when you're 70, 80 years old, doesn't matter. But if you start hitting those strides when you're younger, it's crazy the development that you can have.
He learned this lesson that it took me 36 years to...
Some people will listen and they'll think that that's drastic. Some people will listen.
Fuck you. Stop with the soft-ass parenting.
Some people will listen and they'll think that that's drastic. But others, like me and other people, they'll be like, yo, you got to push these motherfuckers.
100%.
You got to get on the...
You don't know how strong
mats, man.
You are. People don't know how strong they are until they're tested. And at 13, he was tested. And I went home, I told my kids about it. And you know what their response was? Awesome. Tell them we're proud. Yeah. Because that's the culture I'm fucking raising. I'm not pushing you to throw up. I'm not trying to hurt you purposely. I'm trying to break you spiritually and emotionally so that you can rebound yourself.
As a muscle build.
Right?
Rips, and it rebuilds.
Right? Why aren't we doing that here?
It's everything in life.
Soft parenting. We're afraid of tears. No, bro. No, I owe my today's to my yesterday. Joe Budden line. Like, that's what it is. If you ain't crying today, then you're going to be no better tomorrow. And usually what we cry about hurts us. Sometimes pain is good. Because without suffering, there is no growth. I tell it to my 16-year-old every time we're going to do a jetty run, and he bitches. Every Tuesday, I hear it all Monday night. I'm like, John, fuck it, don't come.
Yeah, don't come then.
Don't come.
Enjoy being the same.
And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, but you know damn well, son. You know damn well there is no growth without suffering. And we suffer every Tuesday, so I don't have to pay for college. Like, this is...
My joints are suffering.
Yo, bro, after a jetty run, I'm iced out. He's like, you ready? I'm like, I'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, relax.
That's my one running day. It's with you. But like, again,
when you're my age, you'll feel this.
Yeah.
You'll feel a couple of these things.
But his self-worth is from doing hard things. Why aren't we selling confidence? Like, fuck fitness. Fuck being a child fitness coach. Worry about selling confidence. Make these kids more confident. Stop making them faster for football at 12. Teach them the foundation, the fun balance, right? My little ones were struggling with riding scooters and bikes. And I'm getting pissed. I'm a two-sport collegiate athlete. Have my offspring can't ride a bike. But I stopped to think and reflect. Nobody ever taught them balance. So what did I go and do? Developed a 10-minute balance routine that we did every morning for a month. I incorporated it into our sessions so they see their friends doing it. I made it a game, and what are we doing now? We're ripping it on the boardwalk in two-wheel scooters. Like, do the things that you need to succeed in sports. We don't need to get so sports specific at 8. I don't need to teach you how to play bass. Like, let's work.
No, how are these children going to support their parents when they become a D1 and an MLB athlete or an NBA athlete? How are they going to support their parents if they're not pushed into the sport and grind it every day that this is the only thing that you're allowed to do? This is your life now.
I mean, if you want your 8-year-old to be in a running back camp, by all means.
Some of the shit's like Nazi shit.
I
some
know,
of the shit's like very like, yo, you got to relax.
Yeah.
It's not that serious. Let the kid have fun.
Like you
That's
said,
the whole point. The whole point. You can be competitive and have fun.
No, there is no sports. Once it becomes a job, you know, like me, the minute I got hurt, I'd done playing college soccer, that's it, I'm done. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that's what we have to get them back into that.
So now what's the next level for the youth fitness program? What is it just getting more kids? Is it expanding the reach with stuff like this, obviously, in the knowledge base?
I think we locally, I'm well known. So having this gym is really good. My wife has plans. As long as I coach, I'm cool. But for me personally, I think I'm at a place where I want to start giving back. Like, because I started it, you know, and I'm charging people, and I have enough following where, like, the schools, man, I really want to start seeing kids with Down syndrome. I really want to start messing around with trying to get an autistic kid to do some sort of fitness. And remember we spoke about before, like, it may not be the fitness you and I do. Fitness for him may be learning a balancing segment or taking a cone and putting it on top of another cone. But like
personalized and tailored to exactly what they need out of this.
In education, we call it individualized education plan. I want to do an individualized fitness plan for these kids who nobody ever thought they belong in a gym. Like we see the Instagram videos. Yes, those kids are special. But why are there kids there? Because there's an adult who exposed it to them, or there's an adult who invested in them, or there's somebody who's bringing them, who's believing in them to do something that they never thought they could do before. And then who knows what will happen to them once they unlock that confidence. You know what I mean? Like that awkward kid who's playing Magic with you. Imagine bringing him to a gym scenario and he's all in.
I want to get that kid jacked.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to see him big as fuck.
It would change his life.
Yeah.
It would, because now, because of our society girls will be interested in him. Doesn't matter how fucking weird he is.
Yeah.
He's going to be physically appealing.
Biologically, there will be an attraction there because of the muscle tone and whatnot.
Yep.
Just is what it is.
Exactly.
It's natural biology. It's just
100%.
It's part of life.
And nobody's giving him that opportunity because he's fucking weird. But he's not weird, bro. He's autistic. Homie has issues that
He's a little off. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
So that's
I'm
really
a little off with shit.
Yo, bro, I'm super off.
People look at me. They're like, yeah, Nick's a little off. Yeah, I'm a little off. I'm fucking nuts. I rant all the time.
But that's how I really want, like, I preach special education. I have a few special education clients, but now I want to practice what I preach. And this is what I started it. And now I'm in a place where, you know, bro, I'm a firm believer. And me and my wife fight about it. I don't give a fuck about the money. Because if I'm doing what I love, money will come.
What's ironic is that's what I was going to say. When you don't care about the money comes.
If I'm out here being Coach Tony worrying about money, I'm not Coach Tony. Coach Tony's out here for the kids. Coach Tony's out here because he loves watching kids do hard shit. He loves getting the kid up off the ground who doesn't think he can finish the obstacle course, fucking finishing it. Like, I don't know, maybe it's selfish. I love it, and I get a lot of confidence from it because I was there to help that kid do something they didn't think they can do. It reminds me of, like, that little kid that I thought that I was. Like, I didn't ever think I could do the things I'm doing now. I wish I had that helping hand. Like, everything is always back to that. And I think I'm at a point where I could actually start to make that happen. I really do. And my wife is the brains behind the operation, and I know she knows how much I care about this. So I really think we're in talks with some school districts now or a behaviorist company who's really fighting for us, and he believes what we preach. I really think this time next year we speak, yeah, man, I'm in a school district, or I'm seeing kids after school, or like I got kids coming down to the beach, you know, like I think that's it. And that's all I'm gonna focus on, and make those contacts and refine my craft and figure out how I can individualize fitness for these individuals. It's gonna make me a better human being, better father, better teacher, better husband. And then who knows if I'll make money off it. I'm sure I will with my wife in charge, but like, I'm worried about that connection. I'm worried about that connection. And I think that's where I'm at. I want to stop, building the teaching aspect or the Instagram page, kind of do what I do, what I've learned how to do, and now branch off and help this group because I think it's time. And I want to start bringing them in. I want to start bringing them into the gym. And, even if I do a one-on-one with a special needs client, I'm going to have them come watch. Why not watch group? How's that going to hurt me? How's that going to hurt the other kids? And who knows, maybe he'll get the fuck up and he'll come into the circle or he'll sit down next to a regular kid. That's a win. It's exposure. And now I got that mother crying because for the first time, she sees her autistic son who flaps sitting down next to another 8-year-old boy and learning the same fucking shit, flipping the same tires, ripping the same battle ropes. Like I think that's where we're at. I think we've built the path and now it's time to really hit the mission. And, like I said, it's not money, it's passion. My wife she's the breadwinner. I have a teacher check. We're going to do this. We're going to do it right.
There's no doubt that there's not passion behind it.
Yeah,
There's no doubt.
that.
There's no doubt that there's not passion for it.
I appreciate that.
And I'm very thankful that Mike linked us up.
100%, bro.
I'm very
I really
happy
appreciate
that-
the platform.
Dude,
seriously.
for sure, bro. It's
really appreciate it.
It's an amazing message. It's good stuff.
Thank you.
And a lot of people need to hear stuff like this because, we get involved in our own little worlds and we forget about the outside
No, I
world. We
appreciate you
forget
giving me your
about that.
time. I know, people more, bigger companies are not howling at you, and
Don't worry
you
about
giving
it.
me this platform, it makes what I'm doing.
I just
and
want authentic
me
people. That's all I want.
Feel valued. You made me and my mission feel valued, and I
But
appreciate that.
you are due that because you're
Thank you.
doing really good work and you are due the acknowledgement of having other people notice it. And I don't have people on because of their fame or whatnot. I can have somebody on that has no followers. I don't give a fuck. It don't matter to me. What matters to me is authenticity. So,
Appreciate that.
What you do, what your mission is, that's authentic and that's amazing. And
Thank you, man.
I'm glad that Mike
100%.
linked us up together
100%.
because of that. And
Yeah.
how can people follow the journey if they want to check it out,
so
they want to enroll
we have
people
a,
they know?
Yeah, definitely. So we have a Instagram Youth Fitness League, youth_fit_league, and then you can follow me at coach_Tony_YFL. Constantly posting classes. Right now, one of my favorite seasons is our sunset classes, 6 p.m. on the beach as the sun sets. Parents come, they hang. You want to bring your little wine, little beer? I got the kids. Watch your kids flip some tires, do some shit you never thought that they could do before. Do fucking hard things. Bring them down. You don't believe me? Watch, because you're going to be crying when you see a kid flipping a tractor-trailer tire.
That's awesome.
I saw my 4-year-old doing it. It was dope.
Awesome. That's awesome. But yo, Tony, I appreciate
Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate
No,
your
thank you. I
time.
appreciate it.
And for those that are listening, this is episode 60, big 6-0 with my
sick.
man Tony.
Yes, let's go.
And y'all know where to find the man. Appreciate y'all fucking with us for the last almost 2 hours. Peace.
Later, man. Take care.